everyone, to another episode of Cloaks and Capes, the Knights of the Arcanum. This is our Monday show, which if you haven't been watching this on YouTube, you can find us live every Monday at twitch.tv/Robbie_Landis at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'd first like to thank Critical Role. We are using their setting in Exandria, the Wildemount setting, for our campaign. And also a thank you to Reliquary Records, whose music we are featuring in tonight's episode. So last time, we had a little bit of a down episode, a little bit of a relaxing episode, as the party, who has been chosen by some unknown entity known as the Oracle to save the world from a coming calamity, decided to spend the entire session researching in the library. Maeve found out a little bit of news about her sister, who's been missing for 10 years, that a decade prior she was here in the library and seemed a bit crazy from the description that was given. Hermia got to talk to the head archivist at the Rexentrum Archive about her blade, the Blackest Sword, and came away with some information that swords tend to either be given sentience or their sentience comes from having a soul put into the weapon. All in all, everyone discovered a little bit about what they were looking for and eventually retired back to the Flounder Pounder. And at that time, as everyone went to bed that night, we're going to do a little bit of a tiny retcon here and start basically... Well, I guess first we'll give everyone a chance as you kind of go up and go to sleep. Anyone who wasn't here last time, because I know, Leaf, you also left a little early. Was there anything that anybody wanted to do before you went to bed? Any deities or entities you'd like to talk to?
We already did this.
I know, but Kieran and Leaf didn't have a chance, so just in case they want to do something.
He just explained why he's going back.
Yes.
I just like being difficult, okay?
Yep. Kieran specifically actually just stayed in the Flounder Pounder ordering room service since it was still on the city's dime.
I have a question.
Okay.
Does everyone know that that Hermia?
Mm-hmm.
That Hermia's sword talks to her?
As in everyone in the city or everyone in the party?
Everyone in the party.
Yes.
I know. I don't know. I forget who else knows.
I think we all know now.
If everyone doesn't know, there have been a few times that should at least have suggested that I think she's talking to her sword. Whether or not you guys know if the sword talks back.
Yeah.
Okay.
She and I had a conversation about it, so I know I do, but I don't know if everybody else, though.
Well, all right then. So as you all eventually fall asleep that night, no one has any weird dreams of what could or could not be memories from the other party members. But at one point you do all find yourself in this vast, empty, dark void. And then you start to see lights like stars sort of blink on all around you. And within an instant you find yourself in a realm of twilight. As you begin to look around, you start to see one another. Leo, Leaf, Rosalind, Kieran, Maeve, Hermia, the assassin. You all seem to be arranged in a circle facing one another, and no matter how you try to move, run, walk, you seem to stay in that same spot. And before you, the Oracle appears. From where you're all standing, it seems like she's facing you. She begins to explain. When I get to where I should have been in my notes. I do have notes about this. Did I just do this off the cuff last time? I did not! Okay. So as she appears, she says that there is no knowledge that will satisfy exactly what it is you need to know. But you have been chosen to stop the coming calamity. It happened once before, hundreds of years ago in the Age of the Arcanum. The Architect is returning to remake this world, and you have been chosen to stop it. The answers you seek do not have simple explanations, but I shall endeavor to translate what you seek so that you may understand to the best of my abilities. And now, if you'd like, you may ask her questions.
Query.
She looks at you.
What is the calamity we are trying to stop?
The recreation of all worlds. The architect has begun to converge all timelines, all worlds, all realities back into one, so that they may be remade anew.
Query.
Go ahead.
Who is this one's creator?
The architect.
Query.
She just stares at you. Each time she doesn't actually say anything, so you just stand there as long as you want until you ask your question.
Where is the architect?
The architect does not have form. They're not a person in the way that your people would envision them. They are a force of nature. Beyond that, there is no knowledge that will satisfy your query adequately.
You wish to go against your creator?
I was designed to protect this world. I was created for that express purpose.
I'm sorry, just out of character. Are we just basically like redoing this scene, or if I asked my stuff last time, should I not this time?
If you'd like to re-ask it differently, see if I give you different information, it's completely up to you.
Fair enough. So I get why they're all here helping then. Why am I here? I'm not from this world.
All worlds are threatened. You have all been chosen because you have the power to change. You have the ability to forge a great destiny. But in the path you are currently, or that you were walking, you will forever do so in the shadow of others. Should you fail, nothing would change until the convergence happens. Should you succeed, the timelines will remain intact, as they should.
So just to clarify then, if I save this world, I also save my home?
There is no knowledge that will satisfy your query adequately.
The assassin is going to hear in her head, told you I'm not from this world.
Is there like an opt-out option?
You could simply wait for the destruction of the world.
Well, like how soon is it? Is it like the sort of like, oh well, eventually?
There is no knowledge that will satisfy your query adequately.
Okay. Well,
Sounds like the robot.
Mm-hmm.
Weird robot celestial thingy. Why did you send? And I look over to the hooded chick. Like, why did you send the bitch to kill us?
This one has given no directives to either of you. To any of you. You all have free will and may act accordingly.
so we can say no, is what you're saying.
Others have before.
I'll go out on a limb here.
The world is still standing if people have said no in the past before.
How has that worked
Query.
out, Maeve?
Say that again.
How has that worked out, Maeve?
Is she asking that to me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you suggesting you know someone who has also said that I know someone who said no?
Lashandra,
She gets kind of very still.
your sister was originally chosen. She shirked the duties.
What?
She walks a different path.
can't be right. Why would
This
she?
one,
Nope, I'm just talking to myself. Go ahead.
this one's confidence levels are not high if we are not your first choice.
Yeah, no, this. I feel like we're kind of like C string or like D string team. Like this, it's not flattering.
Well, I mean, like, I'm sure this person is finding the best people available at any given moment, but if we are willing to do it and they aren't, we are the best ones available. That now completely unrelated note.
For a living. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, clearly you have something that they find valuable, otherwise they wouldn't have chose you.
This task is not on your shoulders alone. Find allies. Make alliances. The convergence has happened once before in a time by your people, known as the Calamity and the Divergence. There was a group of 7 just like you, known as the Knights of the Arcanum, who helped to stop it. But the consequences for their success was grave.
I guess if I said no, would you send me home?
There's no answer.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no because I gotta save everything. I'm just curious if you would.
I mean, that brings up an an interesting point. Like, aside from preventing destruction and whatnot, like, what else do we get out of it?
Destructed world.
So you get to keep living. That's pretty good.
We do, but
Seek to strengthen the power I have placed within you, and all of you feel your tattoos pulse.
Oh.
Query:
That's weird.
Do any others have these tattoos?
Just those of you here.
So even those who have refused the call do not carry them.
The marks are revoked.
I see. Could they be given again if one were to successfully change someone's mind to return to the path?
Possibly.
can I look at Leo? Like, what does he look like right now? His
Leo?
facial expression.
I'm
Describe,
just
unless
kind
you
of
want to try and hide.
stoic.
If you want to try and hide your demeanor, then insight versus deception. But if you're not trying to hide anything,
No.
just let her know how
Yeah,
you
I'm
see.
just like stoic, trying to process what's happening right now.
Kind of look at Leo like, hey, big guy, so this is bullshit, right?
We're all here. Like, it can't be bullshit. And I look up at the Celestial and I'm like,
Wait, are they a celestial?
I don't know what they are.
I am of
technically.
celestial
Well,
origin, yes.
How would we know? We could all be
Wait.
high as a kite
Alright,
right
wait.
now.
I thought you're a robot.
In a sense,
This
I have
one
been
is a robot.
programmed to do as my creator says,
So you are a robot.
but I am not made of a corporeal form like your friend.
You said we can't move right now?
Like, you can move around, but if you try to go near someone else, you just sort of run in place.
Can I attempt to take one of my gold coins I have and like throw it at the Celestial?
You reach for your gold coins, but you have none. None of your possessions seem to be on you.
Are we naked?
You're not naked.
Oh my god.
Can I cast Goodberry and then throw one Goodberry through the Celestial? Or
Doesn't
add
seem
it?
you can cast spells here.
I can. or
Can?
Cannot.
Oh.
As you go to touch your clothes, Kieran, your hand just kind of passes through, and it seems all of you are
Wait,
just...
we're naked?
No,
No.
your
Oh my
hand
God,
passes
we're
through your clothes,
We're
and your
naked in the worst
form
way.
It seems you are all astral projections.
Okay, so where should we go to? I don't think any of us have like calamity preventing experience here. I mean, I beat a werewolf one time, but that wasn't quite calamity level.
I've tried to find patterns between the past calamities to figure out this next one, and I'm lost.
Mortals believe that order and chaos are at odds with one another. But like night and day, they are simply two opposite states that cannot exist without each other. It's what is at the center that is vital. Change. The changing of leadership. The passing of time. Wars being waged. Heroes rising and falling. Cities facing destruction. Rising from the ruins of the past. Seek out great change. These will be the sites of convergence.
That's what you told me last time.
So we should go somewhere where change is happening.
I just left a place of great change. I'm not sure if that's related.
Rosalind will look over at the assassin and be like, so if you're coming with us, we're at the Flounder Pounder. Don't shoot me this time.
Oh yeah, she's there.
She remains.
she is.
I don't want to be shot at either.
She remains
Just throwing it out
silent, but
there.
her eyes seem to be passing from each of you, one to the next, studying each of you intently.
I will meet her gaze when it's on mine.
I see her face.
Is Luster here too?
Make a perception check, Maeve.
Me. Okay. Perception check. Hold on. Perception check. I get +6 to that. What'd I get? Sorry. 21.
I'm going to send you a message.
I'm sorry?
Sending you a message.
Oh, okay.
Can I perception check? Do I want to see her?
Go for it.
Is the assassin covered up?
Yes.
Like, so okay, so we can't see who it is.
Okay.
Kieran, once you notice that her and Maeve seem to have locked gazes, suddenly Kieran is trying to like study as well, but you don't notice anything specific.
Damn it.
Interesting.
Do you have
Alright.
any other inquiries?
No, I'm in. If we got to do this to
I don't
save
know
my
what we're
world,
really
then-
doing though.
I mean, yeah, like what? This is a lot to put on all of us. I mean, like, okay, we have these fucking tattoos. What can we even do with them other
As
than
the
say,
architect's
"Hey,
influence increases, worlds will be unmade. The worlds of the
Oh.
multiverse will start to converge. Find these
Okay, but
places
how
of
do
great
we
change,
how do we stop that? Do we
And
like
like
put a
you
band-aid on
did-
it?
like you did at your awakening. Stop the convergence.
we
portal
use the tattoos to close the portals.
Right. We need to find
Did
other
we?
portals.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well,
So
There are
Rosalind
other
got real
things-
serious at the mention of other worlds being unmade.
There are other things you can do with the power of the mark as well.
Like what?
such as speak to you.
As Rosalind says, like what, all of you hear it in your head.
Oh.
I mean, I was already thinking that, so when I know that like that's another voice asking that question.
You all hear Hermia in your head. I was just thinking that.
Karen's like penis, 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 penis.
All of you hear penis, 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 penis in your head.
Ha 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 ha.
Rosalind's like, okay, well, this is an ability I've had for a minute. Don't let any stray thoughts wander. It can lead to an embarrassing moment.
You may also
Fine.
speak to me through the mark.
All right.
Can you hear me?
What? One final query.
You can sense each other through the mark as well. And all of you now know about the abilities you have.
Ooh.
So everyone has access to Maeve's ability to be able to speak to the Oracle and ask it a question. You can do that once per week when successful.
Got it.
You can also channel a connection to another player and know the direction they are in if they are at least 500 feet from you. And those bearing the marks can speak telepathically to one another, but can only do so to one individual at a time, up to a distance of 100 feet.
Then how did that work when we thought internally and heard
Celestials.
it?
Penis.
Yeah, how is that happening?
Was just the Oracle showing you the power.
Are there limits of how many times per day we can do that, or just...
The telepathic? No, the telepathy.
Thank you. I just need to know if I had to mark it or something.
Unlimited, but you can only do it to one at a time.
And it has to be someone who has the mark.
Correct.
Query: is our world the most important world because you have sent 6 of us and only 1 from her world?
Rosalind looks at you like, dick?
There is no knowledge that will satisfy
God damn it!
very
Oh my
adequately.
I mean,
Wow, that's rude.
audible frustration.
No, your world is not the most important world. My world is... It's fine. Anyway,
Oh. I have a question.
Do we still get a long rest?
She's just looking down at you, Kieran.
So, now, pardon me for saying I mean no offense by this at all, but why the hell can't you do anything about it?
I am. I've given the power
Yeah,
to you.
you're asking the little guys, to do your dirty work for you. I mean, right? Like, we're not celestial, robot, astral, kick-ass, beautiful people. Like,
did you say
And
beautiful?
Yes.
That's
she's
a fair
beautiful.
question.
You're very beautiful.
She's looking at you expectantly, Hermia.
What?
I thought you said you had a question.
I did. I said, did we still get a long rest?
That's a GM question, I
So
think.
with that, she begins to fade away. And as each of you blink, you suddenly open your eyes, and you are once more in your rooms in the Flounder Pound.
Is it still nighttime?
I immediately think to leave.
The sun seems to be peeking in through the windows. Yes, you got your long rests.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Leave. Leave.
I'm going to send
What?
a message to Roz once this is done.
Leaf, you hear in
Holy
your head.
shit, it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Kieran.
Can you hear me? Oh my God.
I'm going to send a message to Roz, and
Mhm.
I will say, Roz, what color was your Mira's eyes?
Outstanding question.
Oh, well, this is...
goes to check if I wrote that specific detail down.
Oh, well.
One sec.
I mean, if not, just pick what color they are. You can amend it. You probably didn't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, well, there's a... we'll see how this goes.
It's a very specific detail.
Yeah, I know, right? They're cat's eyes, so probably yellow.
Is that what you tell me?
Yeah, she says yellow, like a gemstone.
This one that looks like your Mira's is deep green. I thought you should know.
No, I already was pretty sure. It when she was yelling at me, she kept referring to Mira as a different person, and listen, Mira, doesn't speak in the third person, so I get the feeling this person knows Mira, but might not be. Also, all the Miras that we saw in the library are the wrong age, so something is off.
Fair. Just thought I would pass along in case it helps you.
I appreciate that. This is weird. No one else has been able to just like reach out to me in my mind before. Usually I have to start the conversation.
Actually,
This is wild.
a few people have over these past few sessions, but I think because you had talked to them before, you were just assuming that they were replying to you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I always initiated the conversation, so I figured they were just talking to me because I was allowing them to. This is wild. No one ever starts the conversation. I love this.
Well, it's I suppose speaks of our connection. The group's connection.
So that was your oracle. That was the oracle that you were following for a while.
I forgot to ask my last question I was going to ask, but yes, that is the one that I met. But
Cool.
it is she's the one who created the goddess of the one that I follow.
Gotcha.
So that's why calling her my oracle is incorrect. I met her, but she created the goddess that I follow.
All right. So I'm on board. Like if I gotta fix stuff on this world to save my world, I'm in. So yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll see what everyone says in the morning.
Yeah, on that note, I'm going to get breakfast.
There.
Yeah. It is morning.
Yeah, Kieran's going in everyone's head like, group meeting? Group meeting? Group meeting?
Just let's get breakfast. Is
I
what
reply to Kieran, you don't do that to me at all.
Wow.
And I walk downstairs.
I send a message to Kieran and I say, Kieran, is your indigestion better now?
As you
No. It's fine. Don't say anything to anyone else, though. It's fine. I had the good berries, like you said, too, so I think I'm good.
as you two come
That is
downstairs
wonderful.
with your fingers up against your temples, I'm like, you don't need to put your fingers to your temples to make it work.
well, perhaps it feels nice to do that.
Yeah, and it's cool as hell.
It kind of gives away what you're doing, though.
This one enables, this method enables this one to better communicate and send telepathic vibes.
Really? Does it do that?
And I
Yeah.
don't know what he said to you, but exactly.
Rosalind just rolls her eyes. All right, well, I'm getting some breakfast.
Arabia's already down there, like on her 5th cup of coffee.
Hi,
Um,
Aria.
Maeve will also go down. She is so pensive right now that she is ignoring that Luster is definitely trying to eat crumbs off the floor.
Okay.
And trying to beg
Jeff
everybody
is
else.
there and takes everyone's order as you all sit down to have breakfast.
This one would like a Zana muffin.
Besides Jeff, there's no one else in the Flounder Pounder right now.
Oh, fun.
Why?
I have a mimosa.
It's a little early, and how old are you again?
Not old enough to drink.
I'm
He's 21.
21. Yeah, that's the number.
And Leo, by the way, no one came to try to kill me last night. Jeff, thank you for upping the security around here. Greatly appreciated.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, well, awesome.
Should have lied.
Where is
Greatly appreciated.
everybody else?
Oh yeah, where is everybody else?
I think
We're
we're all together.
closed this morning.
Why?
Oh,
It
Wait,
was
why are we here then?
requested.
By who?
Who-
And why did you tell us to leave?
You don't have to. Just
This one
Insight
would like to make an insight check.
Rosalind's hand goes down to where her sword is on her hip.
you don't even have to. He seems nervous. Look,
what is happening? Are we
Jeff, what's
under
going on?
arrest?
I'm going to go prepare your breakfast.
This one will
They're-
come and help you prepare breakfast.
That's fine. You'll have a visitor soon.
Guys, I
grab
told you we
Jeff
should
by
have
the
got
arm
out of
before
town.
he leaves. Who's coming?
I think I know.
I don't know.
Who?
Yes,
Should've
you
got-
do.
I told you we should have left. We should have left town.
It's probably our last person who needs to be here.
Who's that? The assassin?
Yes.
Wow, she's got some
Unhand me.
pull.
I
Well, we
can't
did see
give
her.
you information that I don't have. He's
Well,
gonna pull
You
away
better
from
be
you.
right about that.
we did see her go into the rich district, so perhaps she does.
Rosalind's gonna go back upstairs and put her armor on.
Yeah,
enough.
He
wait, hold
follows
on.
Jeff into the kitchen.
All right, you gonna help? You gonna
Are
help
we-
him cook?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Maeve, are we really doing this though? Like, I feel a little violated. Like, this is cool and all, but I didn't sign up to be the whatever the fuck she said, her Project Chosen One.
I understand. I don't know. I know that I was chosen because my sister said no. And, well, this would not
Doesn't
be
that feel shitty?
It does. It would not be the first time I've been second chosen.
Exactly. So why? I mean, we
But-
don't even need to stay and do this.
Well, I believe in the cause. And if that means I need to convince the perhaps more powerful person, my sister, to do it instead of me, then I will. But either way, I believe that this is real. And if this is what the path I must go on for the better, then that's what I will do. But we all have free will, and I know your situation is maybe different from mine.
I mean, Leo, come on. Like,
Just take it one step at a time, man. Because, like, right now,
is a huge
you're
step.
worried about the big picture, and
Right
I
now,
don't know
someone
who
is
controls
after
business
us.
totally
right
being
now.
responsible for the end of the
Someone
world.
is
Oh, yes.
coming here, and they're probably gonna kill us.
Yeah, exactly.
Hermia, you hear in your head, not if we kill them first.
I mean, that's true, but I mean,
the sword.
I don't want to be an outlaw, okay?
Who are you talking to?
Her sword.
What?
Oh, shit, that's right.
All right.
What the hell? What are we doing here?
All right.
I don't know. Parmia, like, pulls out her bag from under the table, but I'm ready to go, okay? I've had my
Let's just-
coffee.
Let's
Let's
Rosalind puts a hand on each of Kieran and Hermia's shoulders. Hey, like, I know this is freaky. Believe me, I was in a forest yesterday, or 3 days ago now, I guess. But help me out. I can't go home unless we do this.
Well, no, that's not what I'm debating. I'm debating about who's coming here and why we can't leave and why the freaking guy is being all creepy and shifty. Like
But
someone's gonna jump out with like a sword and murder us.
Hey, if someone shows up with a sword to murder us, get behind me. I've got armor. I got shield. I got you covered.
I don't know if that will be necessary.
Well, that would be ideal. But if it is necessary, I got armor. I got shield. I got you covered.
I mean, so do I, but I don't know why
Can I
we're
talk
just
to
sitting
you,
here.
Calm down. There are windows. There are exit points.
Oh, so we're gonna jump out the window, like, right now.
I mean, if shit goes belly up, yeah. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then we meet up somewhere like Rosalind. You know where my old place is.
Yes, actually, one of the only places I do know of in this town. Yeah, well, I'll meet up at Leo's house. It's
Not
Unique.
at Leo's place, but where we went into the sewers. Once we meet up at the sewers, we can go to my place.
fair enough.
Hold on. Because that beautiful lady, she was saying something like we can talk to each other, so that must include her, right? And I'm gonna try
That's
to really
true.
concentrate and say,
If she's within 500 feet.
hey,
Hey.
You get no
Hey.
response. Remember, you can talk to up to 100 and you can sense up to 500.
Yeah, maybe I'll try the sensibility.
Kieran's gonna keep trying. Like, what you wearing? Doing?
Now,
Smooth.
remember, the sensing where someone is, that you can
Yeah.
only do once per day per person.
Oh, okay.
So you can try it, Maeve.
Sure, yeah. I'll just
You-
do it.
Do not sense the assassin.
Okay. Well, she's not within 500 feet.
And you're
Oh.
She's not the one that's just coming after us.
Well, listen, I don't like killing on an empty stomach, so let's eat.
And at that point, you see Leaf and Jeff coming out with all of your
Oh,
orders.
I want to talk to Jeff in the kitchen.
Oh, sure. Okay, well, all this is going on then, Leaf. Go ahead.
So as we're prepping the food, Leaf says, "So, Flounder, Pounder, Founder, Jeff."
You can just call me Jeff, Leaf.
Noted. Jeff Leaf.
No, you can just call me Jeff.
Noted. Jeff.
Close enough.
Please divulge all information you have regarding this morning and the closure of the Flounder Pounder.
Look, a missive was delivered saying that I had to close for the morning and that the patrons that were sent here from the Crown's Guard were exempt from this. That's all I know.
Query. A random missive comes in the...
I mean, it was delivered
mail.
from a Crown's Guard, so it came from on high. I'm in good standing with, you know, the law and the higher ups.
Query.
Here.
Might this one examine the missive?
Sure. He reaches over onto a table and hands it and gives it to you.
I inspect it.
It is stamped with the official seal of both the Crown's Guard and the Royal Brand. And it basically says what he related to you.
Put it in pocket.
No, he takes that back.
I just realized I probably should get all my stuff out of the room since we don't know if we're gonna come back to this room
And
tonight.
then as he takes some of the food off the stove, he lights the missive on fire and throws it into a trash can.
That's
Oh.
suspicious.
Yeah, that's suspicious. Hell, what the hell? We're not there to see it.
Query. Why?
Well, I don't need you running off with it. You clearly want it. This way, nobody gets it. I've done what I'm supposed to do. Now you just sit or go. I don't care what you do, but I've done what I'm supposed to do. All right. Now here, grab some of these plates. Let me take this out.
Query. Do you have any Zana muffin?
I don't know what those are.
Disappointed. This one sees. And Leaf will help with the plates and bring it out.
So at this point, you guys see as Jeff and Leaf bring out all the plates and set them down on the table for you.
Rosalind seems pretty excited about it, and she makes a plate and starts to eat.
It's good. Whatever
Was
it
it
was
good?
you
Okay.
decided to order, yeah.
Yeah. She's not picky. As long as it's got protein, she's good.
She's very pensive as she eats.
And Jeff's like, all right, well, if you need anything else, just holler. I'll be in the back.
Did I get a mimosa?
Yes, there's a mimosa.
Nailed it.
Leaf puts one of the fried eggs on a plate and puts it on the floor for Luster.
I turn into
Eats
girl
it very
Kieran.
happily.
Luster gobbles it up.
Leaf takes another piece of egg from Leo's plate and puts it on the floor for Luster.
He eats that one as well.
Mhm.
I look at Leaf like I'm gonna stab him. Have you ever stolen food from a thief before?
Yeah.
Accessing database. There is no records of theft from a thief.
Through
Query. Are you a thief?
That sounds like a confession.
Go make me another egg.
Throughout your guys' meal, Luster goes from person to person and
Compliance.
just kind of paws at your feet and then opens his mouth.
Yep.
Rosalind definitely feeds Luster from the table. She always
will-
wanted a pet, and she didn't get one.
Oh, you're all gonna
I
teach him
want
bad
to
manners.
slip the rest of my mimosa, just like the last bit of it. I'm just like, hey. And I just pour it into his mouth.
You're lucky he's
up.
a celestial being.
Jesus.
Leaf
So-
goes back in the kitchen to make an egg for Leo.
Eventually, you come back out with the meal, the egg, and as you do, the door opens to the Flounder Pounder, and two Royal Brand soldiers enter, looking around really quick, you know, kind of taking the place in, obviously noting all of you as well. And then a high elf walks in behind them. He has sharp, chiseled features, His frame is a bit more buff and broad than most elves. He has deep blue eyes, long straight black hair. His robes are black with a trim of silver and detailings of elven design. His face is a bit smooth but has a disarmingly charming smile. And as the door shuts and the two soldiers stand next to it, he walks towards you, grabs a chair from nearby, and pulls it up to your table and sits down. So, you're the heroes that have been chosen to save us all, hmm?
Wow, word
What?
travels fast. We
When
only
you're-
found out last night.
When your job is to know, yes, information tends to find you rather quickly.
Who are you?
My name is not important. What's important is that hopefully after this conversation, you will see me as that which I should be and would like to be, a patron,
Query.
rather than an impediment.
I usually
Not
like to know my patrons' names.
Query. Not important. What is your rank and station?
Hi.
Hi, not important. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Would you like to have some eggs?
If you need a designation, automaton, you can call me Mr. Black.
So,
Are you? Do you know Amira? Because I'm actually looking for Amira Black.
That's interesting and purely coincidental.
Got it. All right, just checking.
But
How-
to answer your question, no, I do not.
what do you mean by patron? What's your angle in all of this?
Well, you're supposed to save the world, aren't you?
Wait, how do you know that?
Seek out great change. You didn't divulge all
am
the
I-
information that you probably should have at your meeting with the authorities and Mrs. Beck a few days ago. But that's fine.
I mean,
it's better this
we
way.
just had the weird dream last night. So, were you also in the weird dream?
As I said, it is my job to know things, and I am very, very good at it, Hermia.
Okay, cool.
I could even perhaps help you with the blackest blade.
I don't need help. I'm just wondering, like, how do you know what I've been dreaming?
It's my secret.
So you
Oh,
know who all of us are?
He kind of sits up straight,
Don't say my full name.
but I know it. He looks to leave.
what's Leaf's mother's name?
There isn't much I know about Leaf. But there's not much that
Query.
Leaf knows about himself either, is there?
This one thought you were in the business of knowing the information.
And I know a lot of it. I know that two of
Query,
you are
do you know the
seeking-
creator?
Of what? It's a very generalized question.
The creator of this one.
That I don't, but I can help you find out. I may even be able to help Timavra and Hermia find who they're looking for. May be able to help Rosalind get back home. And whatever it is that you want, he looks to you, Kieran, it can be arranged. Gold, jewels,
I'm in
fancy
my
clothes.
lady form.
It's fine.
In exchange for what?
Yeah,
I assume you're not working for free.
what do you want from this?
I want you to succeed, obviously.
I mean, I will say I've been on a few adventures before. That is an incredibly reasonable stance that not enough people take.
Indeed.
I had to fight a werewolf one time, and they were charging me for the silvered weaponry. They were literally hiring me to kill a werewolf. Anyway, sorry.
Killed wolves before. What are werewolves?
Oh, it's like when a man turns into a giant wolf monster.
Hmm.
Do they not have werewolves here?
We
I
have
mean, I've worked.
werewolves, I assure you.
Oh, okay, good. I was like,
I've
Are you
worked-
with the assembly?
Who I am And what my station is should not be of any concern.
Well, I mean, what if you're
Helpfully.
like with bad people?
Do you think that the Assembly is bad people?
No. That's the first organization that I thought of. I mean, quick, Leo, what's a bad organization name?
I'm not going to divulge those secrets.
Don't
Went to
say the
arcane and leave
organization
the
you're
security
from.
guard.
May I roll an insight check to see if Leaf, or to see if Mr. Black is on the up and up on actually being able to find out the information of Leaf's creator?
Go ahead and make
I
an
would-
insight check.
Go ahead and do that. I like to make a different inside check, so I'll wait for that first.
Why can't I read? There it is.
I want to say to Rosalind, this is a lot of bullshit.
She does not put her fingers to her temple. She responds, "It is yes, but that
He-
doesn't mean it's not useful."
When you do that, Kieran, he does raise an eyebrow towards you. Leaf. It's impossible to know if he can get precisely that information, but he does seem to be very well informed. And just the general demeanor that he seems to be presenting, the fact that Jeff closed everything down for this, you do get the sense that he does have considerable influence and power.
Leaf is gonna hold its fingers to its temple and send a message to Kieran. This one trusts him.
Rosalind,
Are they talking telepathically?
No,
We're
I
lying. No.
Rosalind just has her face in her hands, like
I do the same thing as Rosalind. And
Yep. So yeah,
Okay.
as Leaf says no, he goes, noted.
all right. Let's cut to brass tacks.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us what it is you would like to do for us, and what you would like us to do for you?
Perhaps you can help us in a first step.
Seeking out great change, aren't you?
Correct.
We are.
That's correct.
You have any idea where to start?
I don't know
Oh,
the name of a
Your
single
mom's
other
house.
city.
Well, perhaps if there are news of other portals, perhaps if there are news of another cities of fantastical things happening.
Have there been? Oh, that's actually a good place to start. How about some information? Have there been words of anything? Chaotic's not the word I'm looking for, but unusual happenings. Reports coming from cities.
About 200 miles northwest of Rexentrim is a elven city, Tile. It came under Empire occupation long ago, and so long as the Kryn dynasty was threatening the Empire, it stayed so, mostly without question. But since peace has fallen upon the land, they have wanted more freedoms. I have word that there is a potential political assassination that may happen to weaken the Crown's leadership in this city. Whether or not that assassination happens, or doesn't happen, could affect the balance of power both in the north and across the Empire. A source of great
So-
change.
You know,
are you trying to hire us for a job?
I'm simply giving you a direction.
Direction for us to go.
it does
I know,
actually
but
raise
it
an
does
interesting.
sound like he also wants us to help the crowd maintain power.
What you do with this information is of your own volition.
Yeah, that does actually raise an interesting question. The Oracle told us to seek out great change. She didn't say whether to support great change or stop great change.
Just
Just
Query.
find it.
Do we need to make good change, or can it just be bad change?
I'm not real big on the whole doing bad things.
neither am I.
Helpfully, making bad change is much easier than making good change.
Whatever it
It
is
would
that
allow you to. It would allow you to get to your home plane much quicker.
whatever
I'm not-
choice you decide, should the influence of the crown in Tile change, it would destabilize the political landscape within the Zemni fields, causing strife and chaos.
That would be great change.
Would
All
I
right.
still want to know how you know what we dream about.
knowledge is power, isn't it?
I feel decidedly lacking in it at the moment.
Agreed.
All right, and what would you like from us, if anything, or are we just gonna get some information every now and then? Is that the idea?
I give you information, and when you have it, you give it to me.
What would you like to know?
When you finish up, if you decide to go to Bisetile, if you come back towards Rexentrim, or if you have means of communicating magically otherwise, just keep me apprised.
Is that the only way for us to reach you?
Yeah, how do we reach you?
He turns and
Write a
looks
letter?
over his shoulder towards the righteous brand and kind of motions one of them over. Comes over and he whispers something to him. He leaves. He's retrieving something. Any
Fair
other
enough.
questions that I might answer?
Well, you said you could help some of us individually. What's
I
that
may be able
cost?
to. Through your actions and through our potential relationship, should we remain on good terms, then I will do what I can to give the information or the answers that you seek. If I feel
All right.
like our relationship is diverging, then that information will not come easily. But if our relationship flourishes, then it shall. I know that
Sound
Maeve and Hermia are looking for family members. Rosalind wants a way home. Leaf would like his creator. Leo would probably like to remain hidden. And Gold, Kieran?
I mean, that would be nice. But I also like pretty fancy things.
He reaches down and takes something off his belt and sets a sack of coins on the table. Think of this as a good faith payment. Maeve, didn't you say you wanted to do some insight?
Yeah, I guess I'll still do it. I wanted to basically, I just wanted to know if I could do an insight of like, is he really on our side? That kind of a thing.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
I was
Sorry.
just doing that. Rosalind will say, so one of the things we were told to do is gather allies. Obviously, there are people here who are also in my world, and while I may not have the relationship with them here that I did there, I can vouch for their character and vouch for their ability to fight, if it holds true here. If you could help me find some of these people, we might be able to get some good allies out of them.
You have names.
I do.
He motions back to the other royal brandsman, and as he does, the other one comes in and hands off a small stone. Firstly, this places it on the table. It is smooth, sort of crescent-shaped stone. This is a sending stone. Once per day, you can send a message up to 25 words to the recipient on the other side. That will be me or someone in my employ.
Can I hold it, guys? I want to do
Sure.
it.
You
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah, Kieran, you can hold it.
I was gonna put in the party loot section, but yeah, it's fine.
Kieran's holding on to the party loot. I'm sure that'll go well.
The other royal brandsman puts down a parchment and a quill in front of you, Rosalind. Go ahead and just send me a list of the names on Discord
I'll
or
send you.
something.
Yep.
Is my
Maeve.
15, yes, my 15 giving me anything?
Right, so he's hard to read.
Mhm.
And you're essentially kind of like a small town girl in the big city now, right?
Yeah.
But the idea of politics isn't necessarily new to you. You've seen them play out even on the small stage in the Pallid
Right.
Grove. It's hard to tell. He has power, he has influence, that much is clear. But beyond that, it's hard to know.
Okay.
Hermia also telepathically sent you a message.
Yes, I'm responding.
Oh, okay. Was
So
there
go
anything else?
north 200 miles. Either help the assassination or don't help the assassination. And prevent it. Such vague statements coming from a noble.
If he even is one.
Well, your instructions were pretty vague as well, weren't they?
True.
It's the trouble with destiny, I suppose.
Can I this might just be like the same thing as what Maeve was trying to do, but can I like do like an insight to see like if he's just like looking to use us for like political gain, or if he really has altruistic intentions?
Make an insight check.
A check I'd like to make that might be in the wrong direction, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it anyway. But I'll wait till Hermia's done.
Ooh, that was a heavy bounce that I heard.
I know. Perception.
No, insight.
19.
Insight.
Insight 19. Same thing.
Okay.
Plus 4. 19.
It's difficult to tell. I mean, the fact that he wants to help you save the world, I mean, technically anyone, even if they weren't altruistic, should be behind something like that. Is he also using you in a way? Perhaps. It's hard to necessarily know just based on this and what he's asked of you. But someone with his power and reach is probably getting something out of it, or intends or expects to get something out of it in some way.
This might be totally in the wrong direction, but I don't care. Can I make a religion check?
In what regards?
I'd like to know if he looks like a religious figure.
You a man of Christ or not?
I like the what? I want to know if he looks like a god. Okay. 23, natural 20.
He does not remind you of any gods.
All right. Well, at least that
none of his of what he's wearing necessarily suggests that either. But being of elvish descent, the sort of detailing work on his robes and some of the the elvish lettering and whatnot, it's not religious per se, but you are getting some strong arcane vibes from it. You're not really as much practiced in arcana, but at first thinking maybe it has some sort of religious meaning. As you kind of sit here and inspect it, it's more arcane aligned.
So like Cerberus assembly type deal, or apparel.
Not necessarily. None of you have necessarily met or looked into the Cerberus assembly enough to know a look just based on what people are wearing. They don't have colors that you're aware of in the same way that like the Cobalt Soul does. But he's very rich, he's very powerful, and arcane aligned in some way. Well,
query. Do you know the 7th member that we are a part of?
Great question, actually.
the 7th member, there were only 6 of you at the Crown's Guard.
You weren't in our dream.
So you
he
don't
wasn't in
know
our
everything.
dream.
Okay, well, I was just wondering.
Is the assassin from the Zenith also one of you?
No.
See, this guy's good.
Apparently.
No.
I mean, we don't know them, but
No.
supposedly they're one of us.
Interesting.
Yeah, but they were wearing a cloak, so we don't
No.
know who the 7th member is.
Shh. Guys, shut the fuck up.
Well, we need to find her anyway.
There are a lot of eyes that are after that assassin, but I will see if I can find anything out.
enough.
Thank you.
Deception. They are not part of us.
Thank you, Leaf.
Rosalind looks exhausted, and it is only 9 a.m.
Well,
He stands up.
Armia like pushes like a cup of coffee towards her.
If there is nothing else, I look forward to hearing of your success.
very well.
He turns
Well.
and walks back toward the door and leaves with the royal brand.
Well, that was
Well-
strange.
That was sus.
Jeff sticks his head out.
Yeah.
They gone?
Yeah, they're gone.
What was
Thank
that?
you. Thank you for your courage, Jeff. That was
I don't
greatly appreciated.
know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes
so you
his-
just let anybody like close down your bar and walk in?
When they send a writ of transcription marked by both the Crown's Guard and the Royal Brand, yes, you do. And you watch as he kind of sticks his head out the door and flips the sign back over to open.
Someone should just be like, yeah, what's your proof of that?
Yeah, I mean, like, how do you know that that was a real missive? Like,
Did he
Well,
not
because
show
those
up
are
with Royal
real
Brand
guards.
soldiers?
it could
And
be
they were-
dressed up really good.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
I
Well,
know some
remember, you're not on the
criminals,
city's
but they never
tab.
do that.
You're not on the city's tab anymore, so that meal is 5 gold.
That's not a problem. Hermia, like, tossed them 5 gold.
All right.
Leaf is going to turn into his its giant wolf form and get a smell of the 3 people in there,
Oh,
and to
interesting.
like kind of remember the scent of Mr. Black and the Royal Guards.
Okay, I thought you were gonna follow
See,
them. I was like,
see, if he was a good guy, why is his name Mr. Black and not Mr. White?
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, that was a
Make
statement.
Leaf make a perception check with advantage.
Make a racist check.
Yeah, that was. Ooh.
No, that's an automatic success. I'm sorry.
Okay. You pick up 2 cents.
Okay.
I'm going to gather my things.
Wait, I pick up 2 cents.
You pick up 2 cents besides your party members.
Wait, so are we really doing this? I mean, sure that's
Okay, I-
phenomenal, but
I am going to go out the door and start tracking them.
And
Oh.
we've lost Leaf.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll be able to find him.
I feel like this is a little bit
Stealthily.
Yeah.
on the nose, right? Like some random fuck is like, hey, 200 miles from here, there's some fucking political feud that
See, I'm not sure if it would be wise for me to get involved, given, the sort of tenuous political relationship my home has with here.
Well, remember the Oracle, if I recall correctly, did say that we will always be in the shadows of what we do. So we should not be public about our actions, whatever they may
Well,
be.
that's true, but it doesn't mean that I can, in good conscience, like, do something that may negatively impact my home.
Why don't you do something that
Despite-
positively impacts your home?
I don't know either.
Like, yeah, this doesn't feel
It
great.
doesn't feel, it doesn't feel good.
Well,
We
Remember-
have 2 options. The one option is to empower the crown further by helping them not get assassinated. Or we can help the people enact change away from the crown. Those are our 2 options.
Or option 3 is fuck off and stay here.
Or we could go the complete opposite direction. We could just go somewhere else.
Yeah, we
Or-
could.
we could find out what exactly is going on there. We have assumptions. We don't know what this all means. I don't know anything about this town and what their wants are.
Robbie, would I know anything about like the relationship between crap, I can't even think of like the name. The Empire and
Make a history check.
like I would assume I know the basics, but I don't know like how in depth that knowledge is.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a history?
Yep.
Oh, my history's not terrible. It's 18 plus 4.
So 22. Okay. You don't know a lot about it, but because it is a city of elven creation, in fact, it is the only city of elven creation within the Dwendalian Empire. By comparison to where you're from, it's kind of considered a little rustic. It's definitely a lot smaller than Rexentrum would be as well. I would say that you also know that it is ruled by what's called the Ring of Three, and that they cooperate with an appointed starosta from the Empire to govern the city. That's about the majority of what you know about it.
Oh, so I wouldn't know, like, what was that city, like, once a part of the, of Zorhas? Like,
No.
and then became part of the Empire?
No. It was never part of Xhorhas, and these are elves from the Prime Material Plane, so it has no connection to the Feywild either.
Okay. Then, I don't know, I guess I don't understand, like, how this one city would impact, like, relationships between the two. Alright.
It's not that it would impact relationships between the Empire and Xhorhas, but they believe, from what he told you, that if the crown no longer has control there, that it would destabilize the Zemni Fields, which is the region around Rexentrim.
Okay.
Well, I have to stay here until I'm able to meet with Triv, and I would like to look up and see if any of these Miras happen to be the right Mira, but after I do that, there's nothing really holding me here, so I'll go check it out.
I'm willing to go as well. One step closer to figuring out where I can find my sister and hopefully change her mind.
One step closer to figuring out, I guess. I'm not going to learn anything here, so might as well go there.
Sure.
More people are beginning to flood in now, taking seats at the bars and other tables and ordering stuff. You also see Sita and another barmaid have entered as well.
Look, guys.
Rosalind looks at you, Kira, and is like, "Don't you do it! You put that hand down right now."
I was actually scratching this time. Damn. But anyways.
God damn it. I'm gonna start taking offense at some point. This is a little insensitive.
No more. But in all seriousness, look, it's been real fun with y'all. I mean, I haven't traveled in a group in some times, and it's all been good shits and giggles, but I need time to think. That fight that we had, that was the most I've ever fought. Like, sure, I can get myself out of a sticky situation, but holy shit, political warfare? Are you kidding me? I'm like sick. I'm 21, and that's like a lot to throw away, you know? So, I don't know.
Say that last part again.
I'm 21.
I don't know,
Sure.
I'm sorry.
I'm 19. I mean,
How are you doing? Oh, no.
I've been better. But listen, I know this is not how I pictured spending this week. Thought it would be a fun little trip through the forest, maybe some goblins, maybe some kobolds, a bandit camp, something like that. This was admittedly a bit above my pay grade.
Well,
But what choice do we have?
Speaking of pay grade, in case everyone didn't see, there was 300 gold in that pouch for whoever checks it.
oh,
Hell yeah.
do we want to put that in the?
How much are they even? Holy shit.
Do we want to put that all together?
Kieran, if you want to do it for the money, that's fine.
The destiny works in mysterious ways.
Take time. We don't have to decide right now. Like I say, I have things I have to do here before I can even think about leaving.
We're not leaving right away.
But when you think about it, what are you really going back to if you don't go with us? And with that, Rosalind's going to get up and say, well, I'm going to go look for Amira and have fun, everyone.
I'm gonna head to the library again.
I will look to Kieran. We could all stand to believe in ourselves a little more. I believe you have a part to play, if you want to play it. If nothing else, we are all connected and here, and you're part of that too.
And I guess all of you children need a chaperone, so I guess I'm in.
Hey, I'm on her way out. She calls back. Hey, it's real awkward when in like within 6 hours of each other, you call me a child and perky tits. I'm gonna need you to watch it.
Yeah, you're kind of gross, dude.
How
At least I'm
old
not
is
racist. 209?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Maeve over here is 27 as an elf.
And I'm 21.
We're all young in some ways. She kind of looks at Leo. Kind of looks at Leo.
Aw.
Well,
is what Leaf would say if it was here.
Query, I am 3.
Right. So Leaf, you head outside and you follow the scent, the 2 scents that you got. What did you turn into? You said, I'm sorry. You said you turned into a giant wolf.
Yes.
well, that's gonna go great in the city.
Oh, people are shitting their pants.
Yeah. So
Because
you
it's a
turn
wolf
into
with a shitty face.
a giant wolf with a leaf robot head. And you said you're trying to be stealthy.
Yes.
Make a stealth check.
17.
Yep. Okay. As you begin to stalk down the main road, following this scent, sticking to cover when you can, but it's morning, it's busy and bustling out. A lot of people see you. Most of them, it's like surprise and like fright at first, like holy shit, what is that? As you continue to just keep going. Some people do, sort of scream. You see if you kind of run off in a direction. And eventually you actually catch up to the scent as you see the royal brand, as well as some other Crown's Guard eventually slowly converging on you. And you're kind of just at, not necessarily sword point, but the royal brand have their hands on their swords. The Crown's Guard, a few of them sort of have spears out, and one of them goes, that looks like the thing from the place with the yeah. You talk, right?
This one is not allowed to talk while in this form.
All right, well, take your other form.
All right, Leaf goes back into Leaf form.
All right, as you transform, all of them kind of like the little circle around you. There's maybe 7 guys total. Just kind of everyone's kind of like stands back, like like even though they asked you to, they really weren't expecting what was gonna happen.
This one apologizes. Due to the rules of nature, this one is not allowed to speak while in animal form.
I have a lot of questions. All right, why? What did you want? Why are you following us? You're upsetting people. And there is kind
Mr.
of
Black still there?
There is kind of a few people around, like a little bit of a crowd is gathering. No, you do not see Mr. Black.
This one was confused because the entity known as Hi Mr. Black did not have a scent.
What?
This one was confused because the entity known as
we
Hi
heard what you. I heard what you said. I don't. You. Are you? He's saying he couldn't smell him. He was a. Were you a wolf?
This one was a dire wolf.
All right. Yeah, they have good sense. Why are you smelling people?
This one was curious.
All right. I'm not sure how to respond to that. Did you need something else?
No.
All right, well, get out of here then, and stop. Don't turn into giant animals in the middle of the city like that. You're scaring people.
Compliance. And he turns around, or it turns around and starts walking back to the tavern.
And as you walk towards the Crown's Guard behind you, they just kind of step back, and everyone around is just really confused. Okay. All right, Kieran. How secret do you want these secret things to be? Do we need to have everybody deafen themselves?
What?
Yeah.
Did you say
Will
yeah?
you deafen up? Okay.
All right.
All right, yep. So in Discord, please, everyone deafen yourselves, and I'll let you know in Discord when you can undeafen yourselves.
Wait, how do I do that?
I'll
Right click.
I'll do
Right
it for
click.
Okay.
you. And be thinking of other things that y'all want to do.
Penis.
Oh wait, you know what? I can't deafen you, so yeah, if you just go into Discord and right-click on your name, you can choose to deafen. All right.
My name?
Yep, right-click on Hermia and choose deafen. All right, what are we doing, Kieran?
So I'm gonna go mope in my room,
Okay.
and as soon as like Kieran closes the door, he pulls out his box that holds his deck of cards. He's gonna sit on the bed, concentrate on it, and he's going to whoosh,
Zoop
right in
in.
there.
Fair enough. And as you apparate within, you find yourself in this large gilded hall. There is the wallpaper is like a rich sort of royal burgundy color. There is golden trim depicting epic battles all over the place, and in the center there's fancy art all across the walls. And in the center, there is this long, beautiful wooden table with carved images of epic battles and stuff across it, and it is just filled with food. Fresh roasted birds, there is fruits of all type, large cakes that just make you salivate. And sitting at the far end, in a purple three-piece suit, currently cutting up some meat, you see our patron, Gil. And he looks over, mouthful. Oh, Kieran! No, it's a pleasure to you. Please, come. And he snaps his fingers, and a chair appears sort of around the corner next to him with a plate and everything. I'm sure you haven't eaten yet this morning, so please, come and join me.
Thank you. No, I
No,
had a little...
let me first. I need to apologize for my behavior the other day. I've been thinking on it, and put silverware down. I treated you poorly and unfairly. After all, if it wasn't for you, I would still be sitting in that musty shop all alone. So as much as I may have saved you, you saved me as well. Right? We're a team, you and I. Without one another, we'd be lost. So I've been thinking about it, and your new friends, I think that you should spend more time with them, right? Maybe pick up some new skills. I think it'll be good for you. I think it'll be good for both of us. So, do you accept my apology?
Yeah, I wasn't, thank you. I wasn't expecting that, but...
Well, I always try to deliver the unexpected. It's how you keep things interesting.
Yeah, but those friends, I feel weird, Gil, like you heard all that, yeah? Or no, you don't hear all of it, duh. No, explain everything that's been happening.
That's
And
quite the pickle.
We have so much to do, and I don't think...
Well, no,
Like, is this...
I think this is a good thing. This is a good thing. You should stretch your legs more, right? I've given you untold cosmic powers after all, and this is a good way to put them to use. Besides, if you're going to find a phoenix pinion and the fang of a white dragon, you're certainly not going to find it doing magic tricks on the side of the road in a back alley of Exandria, are you?
No, I guess not.
Make connections. Do the hero thing, get lots of money, and buy me things.
But
And of course,
that's-
save some for yourself as well. Get yourself something nice too.
but I'm but I'm not a hero.
You don't have to be a hero. From what you tell me, this Roslyn, this Timavra, they have the hero complex. Let them do the heroing things. You just follow along and pick up all the shiny things they leave behind. After all, most heroes don't do it for the rewards. Plus, the other day, did that Leo... I hear something, by the way. That Leo guy asked Lee for his money, and he just gave it to him.
Yeah.
So, just take stuff from them. They don't want it. Why shouldn't you have it? Why shouldn't we have it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it is fun taking it from, jerks and stuff, but I don't mind leave.
Alright, well look. It seems your choices are to go with them and pretend to be a hero, or continue to run around pickpocketing people from the streets. You're better than that, Kieran. I've raised you to be better than that. I see potential within you that is more than just being a pickpocket. Challenge yourself. Rise to the occasion. And when we're done with them, we'll move on and find something else to do.
Yeah.
All right. Now eat.
I'm actually okay. Like you said, I have to get to work. I have a lot to do.
All right. Well, suit yourself then.
Thanks,
And he
Cal.
goes back to eating. You're very welcome. See you next time. Don't stay away too long now. I get lonely in here.
I won't. Yeah.
All right.
And then, really quick, last thing I want to do.
Yep.
I want to use the sending stone. And I want to talk
Okay.
to Mr. Black.
You have 25 words.
Okay. Shit. No gold. I want a white dragon fang. And I would like to know your real name.
You hear back. Procuring a white dragon fang will be easy enough. You'll have to earn the other.
Jackass. That's it.
Okay. Alright, let's hit all undeafen. I can't spell undeafen apparently.
I could
We're
barely breathe.
We are back.
What's up? Okay. Well, thank you for that, Miss Secretive.
Secret.
Mhm.
Everyone was very upset in the chat.
Okay, now, Mr. Robbie, I'd like to do a secret thing.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need everybody to deafen themselves.
All right, let's move along.
Okay, so Rosalind is going to seek out the mirrors.
Hi.
Who's going with her?
Did you want anybody to go with you?
Yeah, whoever wants to go. We're not going solo, or we can go solo, but whoever wants to come is welcome.
I have
I know
nothing
you wanna
to do.
go to the
I'll go
library.
with Perky Tits.
Don't call her that.
That's creepy!
So
What the
weird.
fuck did you call that? Me?
Me.
Why do we have a racist and a pedophile in this group? That is
Jesus
not
Christ.
good.
All
It's
right,
okay.
all right. Calm down now.
Okay.
All right, Leo,
I-
Rosalind, Leaf, you show back up in enough time as they're leaving. If you want to go with them, you can.
Okay, then yes, this one would like to go with the mirror to find the assassins.
Well,
Okay,
that seems to be too much of a crowd, so I will do something else.
it's up to you.
Unless
You
you
can
require-
if you want.
You can go to the library if you wanted to.
And Hermio's going to the library, correct? Did you want to go with Hermia to the library again?
Sure, I'll go to the library as well.
Okay.
Before we all disperse, this one would like everyone to know Mr. Black did not have a scent that this one could track.
So he's a robot?
I don't know if that's what that means. Perhaps he is not of this plane.
Do
Oh,
you-
I don't actually know. But I know what that means.
Do you have a scent, Leaf?
You do, Leaf. As far as you know, all things have a scent.
Yes.
Good to know.
Well, then perhaps he disappeared somehow.
Kieran, if you'd like to go with either group as well, you can. We'll say you had went back up into your room to do your thing and came back down just in time.
I'll go wherever Leaf is.
Okay, so Leo, Leaf, Rosalind, and Kieran are going to check on the mirrors. Timaver and Hermia are heading to the library. Mirror group. Who
Yeah.
are you checking out first?
I wanted to check out. I figured I'd start with the oldest and work down.
Okay, make an investigation check. You can do so with advantage if someone wants to aid you. Actually,
Later.
do so with disadvantage since you don't know this place, and do so as a straight roll if someone is aiding you.
Wow.
Later.
2 people are aiding her.
You can only be aided by one person.
Okay then.
So Leo's
I'll
gonna try and help you.
What if she asks someone else to do it for her, and then they get help from somebody else that isn't Rosalind?
Then they can have advantage.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
So-
I'll just spend an inspiration so that I can do it. All right. So my investigation is +0, so 17.
Okay. It takes you about 45 minutes once you get to the area where the address should be. But
Right.
the older Mira lives in the Tangles somewhere, so it's a bit difficult to sort of track down exactly where some of these buildings are exactly in the addresses, since there's like multi-tiered houses and whatnot. But you do eventually find it. And as you approach, you do see sitting out sort of on the front porch of what is probably only about 10 feet wide, but the house goes up like 3, maybe 4 stories. In a rocking chair, you see doing some crochet, you see an older orange tabaxi whose fur is starting to gray on the tips. And she kind of looks up at you as you approach. Oh, what do I owe the pleasure today? Can I
hello.
help you youngins with anything?
Yeah, I'm looking for someone who was a friend of my mom's. Actually, her name was Mira.
Oh, well, that's me. You have to, it's been a while since, anyone that I've known's, come around here. Who was your mother then?
So yeah,
How rude of me. Mira Stone. And each of you, oh, he's a peculiar looking one. He points to Leaf.
yeah, I'm Rosalind. These are my friends, Leaf, motioning to the automaton. This is Kieran,
Chris.
Chris, and this is Leo.
Well, it's a pleasure to
And
make all
I
of your
bow.
acquaintances. Rosalind, what, my dear?
Sorry, Lorest, Chance Lorest, actually.
Can't say that I knew anyone, Sir Lorest, Chance, Lorest, or Chance. Who was your mother?
Her name was Evelyn, and if I'm honest with you, I looked up Miras who live in the city, and I came up with a bunch of names back, so I'm kind
Oh.
of trying to locate the right one.
Okay. Well, my husband and I have lived here going on about 30 years now. He still works, so I'm here by myself most of the time. But anything I can help you with, I'd be more than happy to do.
Wonderful. Have you lived here your whole life?
In Rexentrum, yes.
Does the name either Quick Stride or Small Paw mean anything to you?
No, I'm afraid it doesn't.
I understand. Well, I do appreciate your time. I don't think you're who I'm looking for.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You're more than welcome to. Would you like to stay for some tea? I could go put some on if you'd like to.
Oh my god.
Is it a bit longer? We don't get many visitors when my husband's off at work.
Yeah.
No, it's
Query,
it's-
where does your
yeah.
husband work?
It's fine. I
Thank
can
you.
tell I'm
Thank you, Leaf.
making you a bit uncomfortable.
So I'm not from around here. I don't really know anybody.
He's a courier though. He works all around the city.
For a long time or recently?
The past 5-6 years. Prior to that, he was a blacksmith, but Bone's getting a little too old for it.
Of course. Makes sense. Well,
Query, what is your husband's name?
Edmund. You don't have to say, dears. I understand.
Thank you. It
Good
was
luck
very
with
nice to meet you,
Your
Mira.
search, though.
She shuffles away, looking like very awkward. Like, okay, well, that didn't go as planned.
Not at all.
She glances over. Thanks for the backup there, Leo. Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
She seemed nice.
She was very nice. That's not the problem. Yeah, that's also probably a good indication that it's not the mirror that we're looking for.
Query,
Oh.
was that your lover?
That was most definitely not my lover. No, that was not her.
Wow.
Understood.
No, my mirror is not orange. To start. And
Yes, there could be.
I mean, I suppose that is true. She does not know the proper last name either, so I'm gonna guess maybe not. But I don't think so. I'll put it that way.
Well, I mean, she did kind of say something that might spark an idea. Why don't you just send letters to all the Miras rather than go visit them one by one?
Well, there's only 2 more. Also,
Oh,
I don't.
shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Thank you, Kieran, Chris. I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate you being
Oh,
invested.
you're
in this.
welcome.
Query,
yeah.
are we supposed to be engaging in deception?
No, not necessarily.
Yes. Yes.
Why do you ask?
Yes.
Because Kieran Chris was deceptive.
Of course. Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about the 80-year-old tabaxi lady knowing your name.
Well, you don't know who she knows.
Clearly,
Oh yeah,
nobody.
the lady who's gonna give us tea is gonna kill us.
Well, I just be. She clearly only knows her husband.
I wouldn't drink that tea.
Oh, that's why you will be thirsty. And she'll
always
start making her way to. Was it Mira Clay and Mira Black were the other 2?
Yes.
Okay. We'll start work. I'll work my way down to the one in her 30s, I believe the second one was.
The next one. Okay. And
And then the last one was 15.
Yep. And as you are heading there, we'll go over to Maeve and Hermia, who have headed back to the Rexentrum archives. And as the 2 of you enter, you are almost immediately greeted by Dale and Vash, the half-elf gentleman who had helped you the day before. As you walk in, you hear, Maeve, Hermia, back so soon at Thirst for Knowledge, not quite sated. What can I help you find today?
Oh, hi. Yes, knowledge is power, I guess.
Indeed.
I would like to read up on like the area that guy said that we should go to.
Yeah, it's a good
Like,
idea.
because I don't really understand like the I guess this value of this city and like how if it goes into disarray, this whole like Zemnian Fields is like gonna be unstable. Like, yeah, I don't get it.
Did you say that to him, or is this all just to the DM?
This is to you because I don't know how to phrase this
Okay.
question.
All right. So yes, you let him know that you would like to look up information on By Say Tile. So I will give you a little bit more of the rundown, and then I will send you a bunch of stuff afterwards. But first, start by making a investigation check with advantage.
Okay. There it is. Investigation. 17 plus 4.
Okay.
So 21.
So, Baisei Tile, again, it is the only elven-created city within the Empire. Population is about 20,000. So it's a big city. It's just not like Rexentrim big. Rexentrim is like population of like 200,000, right? But it's still a decent-sized city. The government is, again, the Ring of Three. They cooperate with the appointed Starosta, Uther Prent, to govern the city. And the exalted elven houses also work with the Ring of Three to preserve their culture under elven rule. It is defended by the local Crownsguard, who are assigned there. And as far as commerce goes, they sell all sorts of equipment, goods, and services are available. They do have some rare supplies as well in exports, but those tend to generally be kept away from non-elven travelers and non-elven sources unless you have a contact. So a lot of elven wares, weaponry, equipment, stuff like that, things of cultural importance come out of Baisei Tile. What's interesting about it is that it was founded by elves who fled the destruction of a larger city in the Savalier Wood, which is north of Shady Creek Run, technically out of the Dwendalian Empire's jurisdiction, or sort of where they draw the lines. So long time ago, when Molezimir fell into ruin, those elves had moved into what is now Baisei Tile, and because that is within the land of the Empire, they eventually came under Imperial rule. It's technically an independent city-state that was formed within the Imperial territory. So, from what you gather, should they fall out of Imperial rule, but the Empire wants to keep them, they'll basically end up going to war again, but they would be absolutely no match for the full weight of the Empire and what is essentially one of the only elven cities within this area would probably be crushed, and hundreds of years worth of culture would be lost as a result. If you'd like to ask further questions from there, you may.
And why would this be bad for the Zemnian fields? Like, I get the city, but like...
It would, you know what, make a history make a history check.
Okay. That is 23.
So it would disrupt whatever trade comes in and out of Baisei Tile, whatever sort of wares that they provide. But knowing what you know from some of your studies with politics and the way that peoples act during war, that with this being such an important part of elven heritage and culture and legacy, that if that war were to happen, then it would affect anyone of elven heritage, probably throughout the entire empire, not even within the Zemni fields. You read about how, during the war between the Kryn dynasty and the Empire, and even now, while technically there is peace, those in the Empire still look upon those of Kryn descent with, despair, and chances are that this would basically put anyone who, has elven blood in danger should a war between the Empire and Baisei's Tile break out.
Okay. Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Maeve, is there anything that you'd like to look up or do while you're here? Because if
no.
not, Daolin would love to ask you more questions about the Pallid Grove and your history.
I'm gonna try one thing that's probably not gonna bear much fruit. The design of the robes of Mr. Black, you said, are probably of Arcana origin. I was going to
arcane
see
design, yep.
Yeah, arcane design. I was just gonna see if I could find symbols. I probably would just limit to like other arcane robes and just see if that design looks similar to something else I could find.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage if Daolin is helping you.
Ooh, never mind. I rolled 6.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You know a little bit of magic. You've studied some stuff. But just from like the glance you got at them not being able to sort of write stuff down, you really have no idea where to look, where to even start, or what you're looking for.
Fair enough. I will let him ask more questions if he wishes, as she's
Okay.
trying to gather her thoughts of what to do next.
Sure. And you guys will have a chance to look up something else if you would like, depending on how much time you spend here. Back to the other group. Go ahead and make another investigation check with advantage.
Hmm. 19.
Okay. Where?
How are you rolling this high?
I'm trying not to call it out because that'll be the end of it.
'Cause then
She's
they'll-
actually rolling 2d20 just adding together.
So, also in the Tangles, but right on the edge of the district as it turns into the Mudtop district, you come across a house, which actually is more of just a house, sort of centered between two larger buildings. And it even has a little bit of a yard as well. There's a sort of a rickety picket fence out front, sectioning off maybe only about 15 square feet, where then the cobblestone starts. And there's not any grass in the yard. It's mostly just sort of patches of, but mostly just dirt. And there's a few toys strewn about. But this seems to be the place.
All right. Rosalind will stand outside the house for a moment and be like, "Oh, this is gonna be awkward, no matter how how it ends up happening, but whatever." And she'll
Leaf is going to
yeah.
pat Rosalind on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, you can do this.
What do you
have confidence?"
What do you, Leo? You've been around for a while. What's the
Yeah.
appropriate thing to say to someone who either is going to not know you because they're the wrong person, or they're the right person and they still aren't going to know you?
I mean,
You're asking Leo what's appropriate to
Hey,
say.
you're not here.
He's been around for 200 years.
it's awkward either way. I've done it a lot in my old profession, but that had different results. If you want, I can take lead. Like, we're
No.
looking for a Mira.
Yeah, I got it. Just have my back. Kieran,
Query,
I'm counting on
what
you for a
was-
quick escape if we need it.
Query, what was your old profession?
Nothing you need to know about.
I'm sorry, what was
Understood.
the question?
I just told you to be ready for a quick escape if we need it.
Oh, I'm always ready, baby.
Great.
And
And
I'm
she'll
the
go up-
creepy one.
She'll go up and knock at the door.
Okay.
Hey, at
Real
least
quick,
we're close
is-
in age.
Is Kieran still a girl form?
No, I would have dropped it.
All right, so you wait for a few seconds, and the door slowly creaks open, and you see looking up at you a half-elven girl, maybe 5 years old, chocolate smeared across her face, and she's just sort of staring up at you.
Hi there. I'm looking for someone named Mira.
Hi.
Hi. My name's Rosalind. What's your name?
Not supposed to talk to strangers.
Shut up.
Can I talk to Can I talk to your mom? Is she home?
Yeah.
Would you go get her
She
for me?
shuts the door.
Oh boy.
No, that's normal. Doing pizza delivery, that's normal. Don't worry.
Somehow that was much better than the tabaxi lady, so.
Yeah, I suppose that is true. She'll wait for a moment.
Another minute passes, the door opens back up, and you see that girl, and then an older girl, maybe about 10, standing beside her. What do you want? You here to sell stuff?
No.
What is
I'm
he? Points to Leaf.
looking- He's an automaton.
Did you make him?
Me? No. No. He's just my friend.
He's your. They can be friends. Does he have a name?
Leaf? What?
Hey,
Are you
Leaf.
my?
Yes.
Will you be our friend?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Leaf is going to hold out its hand and druid craft two little flowers that sprout out that are green, and she'll hold them out to her, the little girls.
They each take one. The older one goes, "I'm Kara. This is Lisa."
Hi, Kara. Hi, Lisa. Is your mom home?
Yeah.
Could I talk to her?
Ma! She just shouts through the house. What? There's a weird lady with a robot here. We're not buying anything. Send them away. She doesn't want to buy anything.
I don't want to sell anything.
She doesn't want to sell anything.
Rosalind,
What do they want then? What do you want?
Rosalind looks like she wishes like another portal would just swallow her up. I'm looking for a friend whose name is Mira, and I'm looking to see if this is the right house.
Ma, she's looking for Mira. Who? Hold on. And she shuts the door. The door immediately opens back up, and Lisa's still just standing there staring.
Rosalind looks exhausted.
Can I have a blue one? She looks to you, Leaf.
Leaf holds out its other hand, and a little blue flower sprouts in it.
Yellow?
Takes the hand back. Other hand comes out. There's a yellow flower in it.
Pink? And she just keeps going through the colors.
Leaf just keeps on alternating hands and making flowers come out.
And eventually the older girl comes back with a woman, human, maybe in about her 30s. Oh, all right, where did you get that bouquet from? My friend.
Sorry, our friend made that.
Okay, get back inside. Get back in, and she kind of steps outside and closes the door. And anyone with a passive perception of 10 notices both their faces looking out the window about 10 feet to the left. All right, sorry, can I help you?
Yes, I'm so sorry to bother you. I just got into Rexentrum, and I'm looking for a good friend of mine, and the books didn't have a great reference of people named Mira, and so I'm trying to just going down the list looking for my friend.
Tabaxi.
Yes.
Orange fur. Right.
No.
We didn't know her per se. She was actually the previous tenant. She lived here for a few years. We moved in 3 years ago after she had disappeared, though. So I don't think I can help you if you're looking for her, unfortunately.
Sure. She had orange fur, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Does she have a husband named Edmund?
No, she was single as far as I was aware.
Oh, okay. So not an
Didn't
older
really-
lady. How old was she?
Didn't
You know?
really know her that well. I'm not sure. She seemed to be not young.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
she lived on her own, so she came and went quite a bit.
I appreciate the information. That actually is very helpful. This is for sure not the mirror I'm looking for.
Okay.
One question though. Do you remember what her eyes were? Like what color?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, so sorry to disturb you today. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay.
During all this, Leaf just keeps druid crafting more and more flowers.
And just dropping them on the ground.
Oh,
No,
for your trouble, miss. Do you want our druid friend to fix your yard?
No, it's fine. I want you to
Well,
go
I mean,
away.
like grass.
Go away.
Go away.
Rosalind nods. Of course, ma'am. So sorry again. And she just like walks away looking very embarrassed.
All right, and then she steps back in, closes the door behind her.
Okay.
Leaf puts like 30 flowers on the doorstep and walks away.
All right. Well,
Leaf.
that one wasn't even a tabaxi. We're getting further away.
No, she wasn't. Wait, the person she
You said it was
told
a-
you about was a tabaxi.
Was the tabaxi? I know, but you
Right.
like
Oh,
the
okay.
woman we talked to was a human.
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Well, that's not her either. Again, orange fur. So I'm
Query: what color is the fur of your Mira?
brown.
Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought that mirror was tabby colored.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Then in that case, yes, the description you got was your mirror.
Oh, it's right.
Was
Okay.
the same. Yeah.
Okay.
If you wanted to ask
Alright.
more questions after that, sorry, there was just a little miscommunication there.
Yeah. Sorry. No,
Time
I
travel, so.
would ask her then. Do you have any idea where she was going? Do you know if she was staying in Rexentrum?
She used to stay here, and then she disappeared. As far as we knew, the tenant had put it up for rent, and we had moved in from across the street to here, more room for the kids.
Oh, okay. So, but
Never
you
never moved out, so all of her
Okay.
stuff was still here at the time.
Do you still have any of her old stuff?
No, I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure it was all tossed out. 1 second, and she goes back inside.
Sure. Rosalind, in this case, does look very excited because this person matches the description.
And she comes back out. I think this was hers, and she hands you a leather-bound journal.
Perfect. This is so helpful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Is that everything then?
That'll be all. Take care. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. She heads back
No.
inside, closes the door. You hear it lock on the other side.
As she turns around, she quickly opens the book and just kind of like starts walking back into the street while she flips through the book, trying to see if there's anything useful in it.
It is mostly
Leaf puts 40 flowers on the doorstep.
It is mostly empty. The first 2 pages have something written on it, but it is written in... It's common, but none of the words make sense to you.
Rosalind looks visibly pissed. God damn it, she writes in Thieves Can't Hear too.
Give me the book.
She hands over it where I cover. She purposely finds languages that I can't read.
Can I read it?
Taking a look at it, it is not Thieves' Cant, but there are some similarities to it. It seems to be coded.
Can I peek over?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I understand it?
Do you have something that lets you understand stuff?
I can read all written writing. Or
What
language.
is it that you have specifically?
Roomkeeper.
Is this a feature, a feat?
That's my warlock thingy.
Warlock thingy.
Oh,
Of the
nice.
special,
That's a good
the
one.
special homebrew thing that you have, or
No. This is core, baby.
RuneCaper Invocation?
She gets a special homebrew thing?
She
want a
does.
special homebrew thing.
Yeah, Eyes of the Runekeeper. You can read all writing. That's what it says, all right.
Jesus.
That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's a very unspecific, actually.
It's
On the
yeah,
contrary,
I
it's
can-
very
I can
specific.
understand any written language.
Okay, I'm going to say that it doesn't actually help in this case, because you can read the language. All of you can read what is there. It just...
But it's a cipher.
Right, you need a cipher. It seems like it's nonsense.
What feature gives me the Enigma code to break this?
Sorry, I got nothing.
No, trust me, I'm used to it. She's
If
like
you give me a couple hours, I could probably find a cipher to this.
perfect. That'd be perfect. Yes, please. Thank you. Back home, she learned to speak Draconic because she knew I didn't know how to speak it.
Are you guys sure you were friends then?
Yeah, it was more of a. She just blushes and walks away.
Oh, so that kind of friend.
Shush! No, I didn't say that.
They were
You
lovers.
didn't have to.
Rosalind is the color of a cherry tomato.
Rosalind and Mira sitting in a tree. K.I. And I just sing that as we're walking.
All right. Maven
Just the one.
Hermia, what would you like to do? Would you like
Alright, you
to
can go first,
look up
Hermia.
anything else?
Oh, I wasn't ready.
You had like 15, 20 minutes!
I was storytelling, okay?
All
She was
right.
thinking about chocolate and smearing it
I
on her
was.
face.
Maeve.
I was.
Let's start
Chocolate.
with Maeve then. Hermia, start thinking anything else you want to look up or where you'd like to go next. You don't have to research anything else if you don't want to.
Do we know the last name of your Mira? Did you tell that to us?
Yeah, I told you that the name that in her world, the name she likes to use is Quick Stride, but the name that she actually has is Small Paw as her last name.
Did you ever look up just Small Paw?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I looked up both names. The only names the only Miras that I found in the city were the 3 that were from the orphanages.
No, what I mean is, did you look up Mira Small Paws, or did you just look up Mira?
I looked up Mira specifically.
Do they have those public record people things?
Yeah, if you'd like to look into it and
Okay.
look up
Small Paws
specifically
is what I'm
Small
gonna look up.
Paws. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
May this one go better.
In my world, if you call her Mira Small Paw, she will clock you.
19.
All right, because you automatically get advantage.
I get advantage on every investigation roll.
So stupid.
It's only +1.
There is one family.
Okay.
That you find. Rosalind, do you know Mira's parents' name?
I do actually have that written down. Their names were she had 2 moms, and their names were Alara and Morin.
You find records of an Alara Smallpaw.
Okay. What age?
Um,
Does it have age?
48.
48. Okay. Where does she live?
She is deceased.
Okay.
Within the records, though, it does show that she had adopted a child.
Hmm.
But that child's name was Simi.
Was what?
Simi.
Simi? Okay.
Mhm.
Is there a record? I'm gonna have 2 follow-up questions. Is there a record of where she lived before she died?
The Mudtop Ward.
Is that the higher?
That is the slums, basically.
Oh, it's the slums. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. And any record of Simi?
Simi was a dwarf who was in the census records up until the point that it seems she died, and then his records fall off.
You mean when the mother died?
Yes.
Her records stopped? Okay.
So whether or not he stopped reporting or he left Rexentrum,
Hard to say. Interesting. I'll note the address down in the
Mhm.
paper for myself. And I will leave if Hermia wants to take a turn.
I got a question just for the guy.
for Daolin.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I saw this guy who was real fancy elf guy, and I kind of like described Mr. Black, and I was like, "Do you know who that is? He seemed pretty important."
No. Do you have anything else to go off of? I'm assuming, honestly, even if Mr. Black was his real name, that's one of the last names that orphanages use. So there's potentially
Right, could
hundreds
be
of
anybody.
Mr. Blacks. Anything else to go off of?
I mean, he had like the Crown's Guard in his pocket, so I don't know, possible political figure.
Okay, that still doesn't necessarily narrow it down.
He was a high elf. I mean, are there a lot of high elves in power?
I mean, there's a few. I don't know. Do you have any idea, like, political leanings exactly?
I mean, what do you mean political leanings? He's an empire man.
Well, everyone here is technically an Empire man. I mean, no idea where he might have been from. No one in the Cobalt Soul that I'm aware of anyway matches that description. But what do I know? He could be a secret patron in some way.
Is there a lot of secret patrons?
I mean, I wouldn't
Like,
know.
they had-
They're secrets.
Well, I mean, like, is that a common thing?
I mean, I don't know. They're secrets.
I don't know either. Okay, Armia just like starts
One
to
of the
cry.
more senior archivists from across the room goes, "Shh."
Armia cries quieter.
Look, I'm just saying there are a lot of people. I mean, look, you could be talking about someone who's in business somewhere from like a trading guild. You could be talking about someone who is some sort of a minister or political figure from any of the surrounding cities like Drovenlode or Hupperduke or someone from Shady Creek Run. It could be someone in bed with the Cerberus Assembly. It could be someone coming up from the Clovis Concord for all I know. Maybe it's someone who's teaching or has something to do with what's going on at the Soltris Decad. I need more to go off of than important high elf.
I mean, he had arcane robes on. Dave, like, he had symbols on his robe.
Okay.
What'd they look like?
Who are you asking?
Maeve.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you were asking me. Say that one more time.
Okay, what did the symbols look like on his robe?
I describe as best as I remember. I don't know if I need to make a roll.
Based on the roll earlier, you don't remember a whole lot. You're just
okay.
like magic-y?
They were very arcane-like and not anything to do with religion.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Okay.
I tried to look into it, but I couldn't find anything.
Anything else?
No.
All right.
I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go help other people now.
Thank you
Okay.
for your time.
Maeve, thank you for your time today. It was a pleasure meeting you and getting to know you some more.
Of course, I'm hopeful the information is helpful to you.
Well, I mean, we're basically, creating records for futures to come so that more people can learn about your people. So I'm sure that there are many people for generations to come who will find it useful.
Very well. That is a big step.
Alright.
Well, Hermia, I perhaps found something else that could be of use to Rosalind's journey, but I suppose we'll see if maybe she found something on our way back. Where
Sure.
are you
I
going
don't.
to stay here? Sorry.
No, I'm not gonna stay here.
Well,
I'll believe.
let's leave.
All right. Team Mira, you gonna go and check the last one?
I mean,
Leave no mirror unchecked.
For
All
the
right.
sake of brevity, you do head to the orphanage that she is believed to be at. Notes. Fuck. So many notes. She's at the Academy for the Lost, which is in the Mosaic Ward. And when you get there and ask about her, it seems she had just came of age and had the choice to stay another year or so, or to leave of her own. And about a month ago, she left the Academy.
Rosalind will ask, do you remember what color eyes she had?
Asking around some of the other kids who knew her, blue.
Okay. Rosalind will graciously thank them for their time and nod. All right, well, at least we know.
What color fur?
Fur was black.
Black. Okay. So not brown. Okay. Leo, any luck with that book? Does it mean anything to you?
Robbie?
You are probably going to need a night to try and decipher it.
Yeah, let me do this overnight.
Okay.
It's a little harder than I thought.
No, believe me, her
Oh,
codes have never been easy to crack.
Yes, Kieran?
No, I thought you said knight like a crown's guard, and I was like, what?
Oh.
I need a noble.
All right.
Read this to me.
So is everyone? I'll say by this point, looking around, doing all your research, it's probably in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock.
She'll look to Leo. Is Triv back? Was she returned today?
I don't know. She's her own woman, so she
What?
just kind of does what she wants.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So maybe
Okay.
not. We can go check if you want.
Yeah, let's just stop in and see, and then we'll head back. I'll head back to the Flounder Pounder after that.
Okay. And
Can I go home now?
You can go home if you want to. I mean,
Okay, bye.
No,
Why?
there is no reason you can leave.
But I
You
don't
heard-
know this Triv.
you heard the robot. Well, maybe you'll like them.
I don't like a lot of people.
I have noticed that. There's a saying, you know, more you can catch more honey bears with honey. Bad saying.
I got away from you.
I was trying to do one of Juxta's creatures, and I'm not
Correct.
Juxta, unfortunately.
Nope, that's not a thing here.
That is a wonderful phrase. This one shall commit that to memory.
Great. It's not a wonderful phrase where I come from either. Don't worry.
All right,
We
so
don't
you
use it a
guys,
lot.
you guys are
catch
heading-
more eel possums with.
I actually would like to talk
Chum.
to Jeff at the Flounder Pounder.
Sure. Well, the Mira group is going to Leo's place. Maeve and Hermia, you head back to the Flounder Pounder.
I'm going to talk to Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff, this is a strange question, and I would not blame you if you have no idea, but have
Mhm.
you been working at this establishment for over 10 years?
Miss Maeve, I don't know if you noticed this or know this, but I am the founder of the Flounder Pounder. So
Oh.
I have been working at this establishment since it was founded a very, very long time ago.
I see.
I love the Flounderverse.
You wouldn't have happened to remember 10, 15 years ago someone of my complexion that may have used your establishment?
I mean, a lot of elves come in here, if that's what you mean.
She may have been more secretive and furtive.
I get a
I mean,
lot
that's
of
elves for
patrons.
ya.
I'm sorry, Maeve.
It's fine. I just thought I would ask.
Can I get you anything to drink?
I'll just water is fine. I need to collect my thoughts.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, Mira group, now the Triv group, Leo takes you down into the Mudtop ward. Kieran, are you staying with them?
No, Kieran's talking to one of us apparently.
No, I am, but
Okay.
only because Leaf said so. But I'm following along, and I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Yeah. So Rosalind, you notice whenever you
Assassin?
look over your shoulder that Kieran is doing
Assassin.
doing the Professor X. You get no responses, Kieran.
Hello?
But you do eventually make it to Leo's place. He leads you all up to the, I think I said 4th story.
Yep.
Leo, are you entering?
All right, everyone, stand right here. I'll let you in a minute.
All right.
And I stealth up.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth roll.
18 plus 8.
Okay. Where you're standing is very rickety. It's not very safe. Imagine like the stairs to get up are essentially like the fire escape you always see like in movies set in New York, right?
Yeah.
So you're all kind of out there. What order are you standing in? Who's like in front? Who's in the middle? Who's in the back?
I assume I'm probably in front.
Okay.
Back.
All right. Kieran's in the middle.
I'm
I'll-
obviously at the door.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Garbage.
Not a
16.
number.
Okay. So Leo,
14.
you stealth inside.
Mhm.
There is a light. from probably an open window or something in your sister's room.
Do I see Triv hiding anywhere?
Make a perception check.
16 plus 6.
You do not.
Okay, I go into my sister's room.
Okay. You see her sitting there reading a book. You two still playing that silly game?
Yeah, is she back yet?
She is. Leaf. You feel a dagger pressed to your neck as someone whispers into your ear. You a friend of Leo's?
Affirmative.
Shout out for him. Just say, Leo, help. Kieran and Rosalind, you would both see and notice now that there is a human woman with a knife at Leaf's throat.
Does she
Leaf,
look
Puts his
No!
fingers up. Leo, help.
Christ. She's outside. And I go outside kind of defeated.
Yep.
Triv, let him go.
Yeah, she takes it down and go, you just lost one of your friends. And you have so many more than usual. I guess you can probably stand to lose a few of them. Probably.
I'm not his friend.
And she
But
pushes.
Triv,
That's a smart move.
your girlfriend's dead.
What?
I just snuck into the house. You're
Yeah,
out
she
here
probably
fucking
saw you.
around. Hmm.
Anyway, she pushes
Does-
by all of you into the house.
Does she look like my Triv?
Yep, spitting image. In fact, she even has a crescent-shaped scar around her eye that you know Triv got from being kicked in the face by Black Bill, a satyr warrior from the Shadowfell. That guy randomly
Oh.
summons into existence when he uses one of his magic items.
Oh,
Black Bill.
okay, great. She looks to Leo and just nods like she's seen a ghost.
Anyway, she heads inside. If all of you come inside as well, it's a cramped space. But you do notice that a lot of stuff is being packed into boxes as well. So, Helesna says that you are buying us a new place uptown. Where'd you come by the money?
Did a job with these
Working
chuckle
for
fucks.
the law is what I hear, Sheriff Leo.
I guess.
You know,
Is that
it's
such
funny.
a bad thing,
It's
Triv?
funny.
the
No,
thief?
honestly, it makes perfect sense. Law enforcement officer.
I should turn you in.
Who knew that you were cut out for walking with the law? Old Johnny Law. Now, of course, you know this means that we can't be friends, which was never going to happen to begin with, but...
Rosalind is just like, oh my god, she's exactly the same.
Anyway, who are all your friends? Are you going to introduce us? And your sister comes out closing her and goes, yeah, you have some new ones with you. It's time, some peculiar ones, looking at Kieran and Leaf.
Yeah,
I'm Bob.
Nice to meet
Kieran.
you, Bobby. Kieran? Bobby Kieran?
Kieran.
Kieran.
Kieran Bobby.
Kieran. Okay.
The wannabe thief wants to be secretive.
No.
Well, we're very good at keeping secrets around here. And Triv goes, I mean, you know, speak for yourself. Leo isn't. He just gave her name away, like, instantly.
Deceptively, this one's name is Robbie Leaf.
It's nice to meet you, Robbie Leaf.
And this is Rosalind from where? Vano?
Vano.
Goes, oh, this is the one that he wanted me to meet?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. She kind of stands up and walks over, looks up and down. Do I know ya?
I doubt it. Well, sort of. You don't, but you do.
She's a weird one.
Yeah, I get that a lot now. I'm from a very far away place, and where I come from, I'm noticing a lot of people who are very similar to people here. and I'm related to someone named Triv Fortune Finder.
Okay, that's my name.
You
That's what I
understand? You
said.
understand now our confusion. She is my aunt, adoptive. I'm adopted. And she was at one time a goblin who died under the mountain and was reincarnated into the body of a human.
Is this a joke? She looks to
No.
Leo.
I just shake my head, looked at her sternly. It's like, I'm not fucking around with you.
Is he fucking with me? She looks back to her
I
sister.
would if I tried.
My trip has that same scar too, although I doubt you got yours the same way.
How did she get it?
She got kicked in the face by Black Bill, if that means anything to you.
Ooh, or what's a black bill?
Okay, great. So there are some differences, but she does have that same Do you have a special dagger?
I have a few special daggers.
She gets out her Dagger of Warning.
That's not one of them.
Okay, I was just checking. My Triv gave this to my mom, so I was just curious. She puts it
Okay.
back.
Who's your mom?
You're not gonna know her. You don't know me. Evelyn?
Oh my god. Are you serious? What's her last name?
Larest?
Wow. No, I have no idea who that is.
She's fucking
That's-
here.
I knew it.
That's not nice. Thank you.
Well, I'm sure it's nicer than what you deal with hanging out with him.
Well, it's actually very much what I'm used to hanging out with you, but fair enough.
Okay, that's weird.
For me too. Okay. So you are the same but not the same.
Okay, yep, weird. Kind of creepy.
For me too, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Do you This is weird. You taught me how to use a dagger.
Well, then you should be good with it. Why didn't you hear me sneaking up on your friend?
Who says I didn't?
Did you?
Maybe. I wouldn't tell you the truth either way.
Yeah, but I could tell. Especially if I taught you to lie. Did I teach you to lie?
No, my aunt Des taught me to lie.
Ah, so see? Not the best at everything.
Oh my gosh, this is weirdly like deja vu.
Anyway, was there
All
anything
right.
else that you needed? Because I have another job that I'm getting to.
No.
Just
no.
stop back
Wait.
in.
You're going on another job? Why aren't you helping move?
Because we still need money, unless you have another 300 you can give us. I assume this wasn't a
Which
one-time
gold
thing,
wire?
what you were doing, right? And Helena's like, yeah, the place that I found, we're looking at 50 a month. Is that doable?
50 a month?
It's a nice place.
Does it come with a blowjob? What the fuck?
So are you
Rosalind
saying
just
are
looked
you
over.
saying that the 300 that you brought is not something that's going to happen at
It's
least?
gonna happen a lot, but I'm not gonna be in Rexentrum a lot. Like, this shit's gonna take me out of Rexentrum.
Okay. Well then, that's why I also have to pull more jobs.
Distraction. Here is 200 gold if you would like it.
Is he what? Is he serious?
Just take it. Like, this is how I got my last
Is
payment.
it, Triff just kind of reaches out and takes the gold. For real?
Don't question it.
Oh, thank you, Bobby. She hands
It's
it
a
over
leaf.
to Helesna and she puts it away.
This one's name was Robbie Leaf. And in doing so,
During
Kieran?
that, I'm gonna go ahead. Is there like a dresser, vanity drawer set anywhere near me?
There is cabinets in this room.
Okay, I want to swipe whatever looks the most valuable.
Oh my god.
also
I
I
have
did-
a passive perception of 16,
Make-
so I hope
make-
you can do.
Make a perception check, Kieran.
Okay.
Rosalind doesn't notice, and I've never been more happy to say that.
Also, I did cast a enhance ability on Kieran during their little discussion-y thing.
Okay.
So she has advantage, or excuse me, he has advantage on a dexterity check.
I'm actually going to go
16 on my
perception.
Okay,
yeah. You notice sitting on one of the counters. You have no idea real, fake, or what the value might be, but you do see a locket. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand, and I'm actually going to go and open up the old Triv character sheet here.
Oh shit, I'm gonna die. 17.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Leo doesn't see. But as you go to pick it up...
They are being distracted by my 200 gold.
Yep.
What is your AC?
My AC?
Yeah.
14.
Okay. So as you're kind of like, your hand just kind of goes over real smooth to grab it, as you're pulling it away, a dagger ding, sticks into the countertop, into the chain of the locket, as Triv just looks at you and goes, no. Don't touch what isn't yours.
Holy shit, where did that knife come from?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Where
wow.
indeed? And she comes over and pulls it out, picks the locket up, hands it to you. Give it back. Like she's handing it to you, like if you want to look at it, you can, but she's like, I know you have it.
Okay. I look at Leaf, I'm like, should I make a run for it?
Oh my god.
Yes. I'll
I speak telepathic to her. Or to Kieran. If you leave with that locket, you're going to regret it. Because I'm going to let Triv get you.
Rosalind, with her perception of 10, is just oblivious and just like, wow, what's all the tension?
I mean, you would have seen Triv throw the dagger and retrieve it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
She just like looks down and is like, oh god.
I'm just gonna hide behind Leaf. Just look at Triv. I'm gonna open the locket.
In the locket, you see Leo. Do you want to describe what your parents look like?
My father looks a little bit like me, so same kind of facial features, greenish hair. Yep. And my mother looks a lot like Helzana, but older, if that makes any sense. And Helzana is kind of a younger version of, not version of me, but like just a very feminine Leo, if that makes any sense, because I didn't write out any descriptions of these people.
That's fair enough. But you can definitely see sort of similarities between the people in the picture and Leo and his sister.
I just hand it sheepishly to Triv. Thank you.
Triv hands it back to Helesna.
Well, in telepathic to Kieran, do you understand now?
Yeah, I'm sorry, God. Okay.
Triv goes, why does she keep touching your head like that?
Rosalind just looks down. I'm so sorry for the weirdness. Triv, very nice to see you. Clearly, something weird is going on, but you're not the Triv that I know, so until another time.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting you. I only stuck around because Elle mentioned that Leo wanted to introduce me to someone I might know. Anyway, yeah. Hell, since you got a lot of gold now, be careful with what you do with it, obviously. And Leo, I'm gonna be out of town for a while, so if she needs anything, she's coming to you.
Oh, fuck. I'm leaving town in a couple days.
Okay, I'm leaving town tonight.
When are you back?
When my job finishes.
When is that?
When I find someone. That's all you're getting. That's it.
Query, who are you looking for?
It's none of your business.
Maybe we could help.
Still none of your business.
I'm doing a pretty good job of finding people from a world that I'm not even from. So
Still none of your business.
I agreed. But
Okay, then we're in agreement.
fair enough.
I don't like her, but I respect her so much.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go back and go to bed now.
Sounds good.
Okay. Maeve and Hermia, while you're waiting for them to get back, anything else you wanted to discuss or do?
Do you want to chat, Hermia? About our
About
trouble?
what?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't trust that guy.
I mean, that's fair. Did you find out anything about the place we are being directed to go to?
I tell her about like just like the gist of what I found out. You said you'd send me more stuff.
Yep.
So
I'm trying to remember what it was you found out, but I'll just nod it in understanding for now.
Yeah. So basically, because for some reason I closed that window because I'm a dumb. Elven created city in the Empire. It's still technically an independent city-state. Survivors from the ruins of a nearby elvish city basically migrated there after the destruction of it, and eventually when the Empire was expanding, came upon it and kind of absorbed it in. They're still able to retain their own government, but they have a position that's called the Starosta from the Empire that helps to rule over it as well. But of course, that city wants its freedom back and to not be controlled or influenced and swayed by the Empire.
See, so that could be kind of important. Almost reminds me of my homeland, just without the Empire connection.
yeah.
All right.
We were forced underground many, many, many years ago from the Calamity. I was born after, so I don't really know much about it, but we only recently came up from above ground in the last 50 years.
I mean, we never went underground. We've just been kind of isolated from everything out here, but only recently I've tried to like make at least trading relations with other people besides those in the Feywild.
Well, I suppose at some point my people will be doing the same. For now, we're just more travelers, it seems. So, does everyone where you live have a talking sword?
No, that's weird. That's a weird thing to have there too. And I'm pretty sure if my parents found out where I found it, they'd tell me to go put it back. Yeah.
Where did you find it?
Not within the city. It was outside of the city, deep in the Feywild. Which, I mean, it's a pretty place, but just because it's pretty doesn't mean that it's not dangerous.
The sword was just there, calling out to you?
Robbie, I don't have it open.
Right. So
Did it call out to me, or did I just kind of like being like, "Oh, there's a sword," and I picked it up and then it started talking to me?
You basically stumbled upon it in a place called the Black Canopy, and it was embedded in the ground there amongst sort of ruin and wreckage and remains of creatures and humanoids. And when you picked it up, it talked to you.
Like I didn't like hear it like calling out to me. It
Correct. Yeah,
wasn't,
you saw it there, and you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's a sword. Grabs it.
Yeah. So I like told.
And
I'm telling like.
Yeah, and when you
I'm
grabbed
telling
it,
Dave, like.
it basically you were enveloped in something, and when you next awoke, you were on the prime material plane. You were no longer in the Feywild.
Yeah. So it was an accident that I found it. Like, I mean,
So
It told me it wasn't looking for me, and I wasn't looking for it. But when I picked it up, suddenly I could do shit that I couldn't do before, and I was here in the prime material world.
So you came here right after you picked up that sword.
Yup.
Huh. That is strange. Well, no wonder that you're lost. And are wary to go back home.
Well, I mean, yeah, because not everybody is allowed to leave to go to the prime material plane. There's a whole bunch of, like, paperwork you gotta fill out, and, like, permissions you have to get. Usually only, like, a select few are allowed to leave to come here at a time, and I wasn't one of those people. I wasn't even, like, in the list of people that maybe could go in the future. So, yeah. I'm in trouble when I go back. If I go back.
But you believe your brother is here? In the prime material world?
Yeah.
Wow. Did he just go missing one day too?
Out of character, this is where I had it written my backstory, but then you wrote that thing about my character that kind of conflicted with what I already had written, so I'm not sure which one we're going with.
So what you know is that your brother was with this group of warriors from your hometown whose mission it was to basically go out and try to identify threats to the city, both in the Feywild and in the prime material plane, and take care of them before they can become threats. And they had all gone missing. From what you had found, they were looking into stuff in the Black Canopy. That's why you had went there, and you found the sword. No idea if it's connected or not. And that was the last lead that you had.
Okay. So would I even know? Okay. I guess we should have talked about this
Sorry, no,
like,
go
stream,
ahead, ask questions. You can ask questions.
So like my whole thing was that's why I came here and why I'm still here is because my brother I thought was in the prime material plane.
You know that he's been to both, and this sword is, if you knew he was in the Black Canopy at some point, that was the last lead that you had. So at this point, it's just about finding new leads. He could be in the prime material plane.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah, I don't even know why I'm here then, because, yeah, that was my whole thing about why I was still here and why I wasn't trying to go back.
Yeah, if you believe that the blade in the Black Canopy is connected somehow, maybe it brought you here for some reason, you'll have to look into it.
Destiny works in strange ways.
I guess.
I don't know how much. Did you tell me all of that, or did you hide some of that?
I mean, I'll just say, like, he was in I don't know, he was in an area of where I found the sword. Like, that's where his last known location was. And I don't know, I got sent here, and I just got a feeling that he's here. Somewhere here.
Well,
I mean, maybe it's like a twin thing, I don't know.
That's right. Did you I feel like you mentioned you were twins.
Yeah. We're twins.
Since coming to this realm, you have felt a connection. You can't explain it. There's not necessarily a direction, but there is something within you that says your brother's here somewhere.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, we're twins. We were close, like, pretty much growing up until, we both came of age. He kind of got distant. But, I don't know, it's just a feeling.
Well, I think you should trust that feeling.
I mean, I got no other, like, real leads or anything.
I can understand that. I'm struggling myself with a similar thing. Well, I'm not sure if we made a deal with the devil, but
It just seems weird to me that, like, he seems to have an answer to every single, like, trouble our group has.
Maybe. We are short on knowledge and answers. I know that this is all leading towards something. Maybe we will have to make a choice, and maybe it will be a contentious one, but it all must lead to something. That's what I believe, at least.
Around this time, the rest of your group returns to the Flounder Pounder.
Any success? I have some information, if you were not successful.
We found the people who lived in her house afterwards, and got a journal from her that we can't understand. It's in cant of some kind, and we can't read it.
See.
What did you find out?
What was the name? It started with an A.
Alara.
Alara. Well, you mentioned Small Paws, so I decided to take a look of that name. There was an Alara Small Paws who passed away. She had adopted a dwarf, young dwarven lady named Sima.
Well, I don't know any Simi or Sima, but Alara Smallpaw was Mira's mom.
Well-
One of her moms.
Well, perhaps a connection. I have the address of the last location, but I don't know anything about where her adopted daughter went off to, unfortunately. The records kind of ended after her death.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we'll look into that tomorrow then, and I'm gonna go to bed.
Very well.
I'll decipher this book while you sleep.
She just kind of like gets up and goes upstairs.
All right. For anyone who stays down in the bottom of the Flounder Pounder for a while, at some point you do see an elderly human woman who comes in, wearing a shawl and all sorts of like layers and colors and sort of beads and stuff, and sits over in a corner. Pulls out a large crystal ball, and some people, begin sort of coming over there one by one, and it seems she's doing some sort of reading or telling fortunes of some sort over there. It's hard to tell from this distance, whether it's real or, she just, how she makes her living or not, but people some walk away, seem to be in high spirits, others not so much. But whatever else you would like to do for the night is yours.
May finds this somewhat entertaining and kind of motions to whoever's around. Would anyone like to take a gander at fortunes?
I mean, Kira, do you know that lady? I mean, seems like she's a performer too.
Well, first off, Kieran is just like, he's like, assassin? Assassin? Any reaction?
Oh, the assassin? No reaction.
Damn it. So I just sigh. And then, would I recognize this lady? Because I've been around.
You do not know.
No, but there's quite a lot of us, and Rexentram's a pretty big city, so...
Can you
It's not like
tell
it's all of
fortunes?
us. Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
you seem like you'd be good at it.
Yes, I can read the cards. Or so they say.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hermia pulls out a gold coin. What if I want mine read?
Yes, I would love to read your fortune.
How about
DM writes
compare?
fortunes for all the players. Players pay other players to read their fortunes.
I chuckle.
Yep.
How about I do a comparison? I will go to the other one, and Hermie and I can switch and see how similar they are. And Maeve chuckles, as then she'll go kind of wait in line with the fortune teller as Hermia gets it with Kieran.
I mean, Kieran looks more the part, if I'm just being honest.
Yeah, what does that mean? What do you mean? I look more the
It
part?
means that you're a performer. You look like you take pride in your craft.
You know what? You're
Where does a
absolutely
crystal
right.
ball?
You're absolutely right. I do.
You don't need fancy crystal balls and
I don't.
dolls and all these
Yeah.
bangles.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, well, Kieran, go ahead and tell Hermia's fortune.
Pick 3 cards. Any cards.
Okay,
Oh, jeez.
then what?
I'm just gonna pick randomly for you. Okay. So you drew shit. Sorry, 1 second.
You do shit.
You do shit.
So
You're gonna poop a lot.
what
God.
what the eye in my heart sees in the heart of the cards.
Oh god.
I see. I'm gonna just look at Hermia. Could I do a history check to see if I can figure out beyond? Oh, she's an elf.
Are you trying to cold read her?
Of course it is. That's how all fortune telling works.
I have someone contacting me with the name M.
You know from stuff that she's told you that she's an Eladrin from the Fey realm.
Okay. So I see chaos in your past, in your future, and in your present. I put one of the cards down. But not only that, you discover a long lost love.
Hermia makes a face at that.
It could be familial, it could be within yourself. You know, these things, they're not so clear. They're not meant to be clear, you know. And then finally,
She says she's a great future.
the goal that you seek, you will find soon. On a blood moon.
Hermia excitedly just starts explaining, oh my god, this is the best news, this candy's the real deal, trying to draw a crowd over to Kieran.
Make a
Hold it.
performance check.
Wait, me or Hermia?
No, Hermia.
Hold on, I'm getting my dice out. Ooh. That is 18 plus 4.
Okay. Just a quick note, Maeve.
Yeah.
Being of the Moonweaver.
Yeah.
Whether or not Kieran realizes it or not, the Blood Moon, which Exandria has 2 moons, Catha and Ruidus, and the Moonweaver is thought to inhabit Catha. Ruidus is a smaller, more rusty-colored moon that is never quite full. It happens sort of randomly, doesn't seem to follow any strict sort of pattern or anything, but when it is full in red, it's considered a blood moon. It is also considered a very ill omen, to the point where there are some religions and some people who will sacrifice children born under the blood moon in hopes to stave off the bad luck. So when you notice Kieran says you will reach your goal under a blood moon, just that knowledge pops into your head. Yeah, that's all.
I grimace
Yeah,
a little.
and as Hermia starts saying this, there are a few people who kind of perk up, who maybe had already went to the other lady and maybe weren't happy with their fortunes. So they come over there and they're like, you read fortunes too?
I'm like,
I
Hermia,
give
no,
Karen a wink as I get up from the table.
We'll pay. We'll pay.
Yes, of course. Why would I turn you away? Of course, my children come to me. I have your fortunes laid out before you. Ignore the naysayers. Ignore these imposters. And I point at the lady.
Make a performance check, Kieran.
Blood.
14?
All right. So over the next 20-30 minutes, you tell a few fortunes to a few people, and you earn yourself 15 gold. Maeve, are you going to go over to the lady?
Yeah.
All right, so you go over and you wait your turn, and she's like, Come, child, please sit.
I do so.
And as you kind of sit there, she kind of looks over you a bit. My name is Mags. What's your name?
I am Maeve.
She kind of reaches out and takes your hand. She's very old. She has sort of long, bony fingers, very rough, wrinkled skin. She kind of holds your hand for a moment in one and clasps the other one on top of it. Starts to sort of study your features a bit. She's in like a corner booth. She kind of like slides over a little bit, pushes the crystal ball out of the way, and just kind of stares into your eyes for a minute. Everyone that you've watched so far, she's used the crystal ball.
Oh.
And so she just kind of stares at you for a moment. I sense equal parts turmoil and curiosity in you, Moon-touched. You've left your home under harsh conditions. A choice you felt you had no choice in. But there is relief and terror. You wonder if you've made the right choice, or if there even was a right choice. Oh, I can sense that burden grows within you every day. But there's solace there that you found recently. Whatever journey you're on, it will not be an easy one, Moon-touched. And you may never see the fruits of your labor, but it doesn't mean it won't be worth it. She kind of releases your hands, and you watch as the sensation kind of rolls over her, like she is coming back into her own or something. And she just kind of looks around a little confused for a moment and goes, that one is on the house. Just kind of gives your hand a pat.
Oh. Thank you. She kind of nods her head and just kind of awkwardly stands and returns to the group. Interesting.
Kieran is just like hyping up these folks, like
Kieran, I hope you're not telling more folks about Blood Moon good things.
Oh yes, all shall be had beneath the blood moon.
I would be mindful about that. She just kind of leans and whispers in Kieran's ear. Some religions believe that that blood moons are ill omens and they must sacrifice children to make sure they never come to pass.
Well, that's all for tonight, folks. Thank you so much, and have a great night. I'm just gonna run upstairs.
All right. If nobody else wanted to get their fortune read, as everyone...
I'll actually walk over.
Oh.
Once everybody's not around.
Okay. All right, you
And I'll
sit
put
down
up
with
gold
her.
on the table and slide it over to her.
Oh, that's
Nicer
very
than
kind. Very kind. Please. And she reaches out for your hands.
I bring up my hands.
Yep, and she places them on the crystal ball and puts her hands on the other side. You watch as her brow kind of furrows a bit. She opens her eyes and looks at you. Are you sure you want to hear this?
It couldn't be worse than anything I've ever seen already.
I see darkness within you. You feel it. You see it
just
too,
not.
whenever you close your eyes. A dark tunnel with a faint light at the end. A light you walk towards. You should be running towards it. But hesitation keeps your feet at pace. Do you deserve it? You ask yourself. A question you've already decided on, yet you keep on towards the light. Your future? It's set in darkness until you believe that you deserve the light. She takes her hands away.
I just nod and get up and head upstairs.
Eventually, the rest of you make your way to your bedrooms.
Making our way.
Sleep finds all of you. Everybody go ahead and roll a d20.
By the way, when Rosalind went upstairs, the moment the door closed behind her, she just crumpled to the ground and just sobbed until she fell asleep.
Okay.
How do we roll again?
You can also roll a d20. Just you don't have to put it in the thing. You
I'll
can
just do that because I forgot how to roll one.
Yep, all good.
I
17.
just rolled in.
18.
Roll 20 because I put my dice away.
Mm-hmm. Maeve, you haven't had a memory yet, have you?
Nope. Someone's had my memory, but I have not had one.
Well, Maeve, I got some good news.
Ooh, I get a dream now. Doing eeny, meeny, miny, moes.
Shit, no, I rolled, but it landed on you.
Oh.
Okay.
That would be pretty lame if she got her own memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would. It would. Eventually, as you fall asleep, you wake up. Not you wake up, but you find yourself in an office? It looks more like a back room. But there's a desk in here. There's some papers piled up here and there. You notice some weapons up on the wall. There's an ashtray in front of you with a still smoking cigar. You like the smell of it. Weirdly, you've always hated the smell of it. You're in a bad mood, though. Something's hasn't arrived yet when it should have. There's a knock on the door. Boss?
Come in.
Opens up and you see human man kind of comes in a little sheepishly. Don't mean to disturb you. Just thought you'd like to know latest news of our shipment coming in. Turns out it was lost in route. So don't worry. Don't worry, we are looking into what the cause of it was, and you're mad.
How much was lost?
You're mad. I can tell that you're mad. Look, well, the good news is the shipment wasn't found. All right, so that means that somebody took it. So we're not going to hit the deadline, but this doesn't mean that profits are lost. All right, we can find it, find who did it. Send a message so it doesn't happen again. All right, I'm going to take the boys out right now, and we're going to have news for you before first light. All right?
You better figure this out.
I'm on it. The door closes and he leaves.
Shipment. Do I see anything else about a shipment?
Make a perception check.
Sure. Oh. 14 plus 6 is a dirty 20.
The only other thing that seems to stand out to you in this room is underneath the weapons on the wall opposite you, you do see a box filled with chains. And with that, the dream ends. And that's where we'll leave off on tonight's session.